Fetishes that the world was never meant to see. The world according to Beatrice Noel. This is going to be a very... And the fact of the matter is, it is Saturday night. I was going to say Friday. This is just like a Friday night show. Didn't do it last night because of my sleepiness and wanting to be knocked out and take all these naps. I figure I'm at this age right now where I'm going to start taking frequent naps to get through the day. That being said, Empress G and Beatrice Noel, everybody's full of energy. Everybody's full of spunk. And I'm very dressed lightly tonight, as usual, as has been the norm. And we'll reveal what that means later on. This camera doesn't fall down and blow a shot of me, because there'll be no secrets after this. But in this African heat with the fan blowing on the table, it feels so good. Anyway, how are you all doing tonight?
Okay. All right, Brother Lance.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All is well. How you doing, Sister Beatrice?
Yes.
I'm all right. This morning, everybody's good. Mom is relaxing because on Saturday I cook so she can rest herself.
Okay.
Yeah, because normally on Thursday she does the chemo, so she's really weakened from the chemo. So I take over on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But still not been...
interject really quick. And just bring attention to one thing, that you have hair.
I know.
It's very pretty. Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have hair.
Yeah, somebody was very vitriolic about my hair. Like I'm not bald. Jesus, okay? I'm not bald.
It's a wig by choice. You see, it's a wig by choice.
You know?
And
Exactly. It's not like I feel like more confident with the wig. It's not what it is. I value my hair way more than I value my jewelry. Okay? I value my hair way more. That's why I wear the wig. Because I'm really protecting it. Because I'm anemic, it's always falling.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's truth. And your hair still looks beautiful. And your face still looks beautiful. And your beauty can never be changed. Even if you shave it off bald, you're going to be all right and turn heads.
That's right.
Different.
That's right.
And today we're speaking, we want to jump right into it, but today we're speaking about fetishes. And since we said something about being bald, I knew a young lady who had a bald head. I knew her quite well. And her bald head did damage. Okay? So we can't knock people who have bald heads because they can do things with it. I'll shut up on that. Talk to me.
I want to know. Listen, I want to know. So speak it up. Tell us what happened.
Yes.
We'll work it out. I don't want to come and slam them too hard because they go, oh yeah, they're talking too nasty. This is going to be part comedy. Yes, talk to us.
So we're gonna start it with a quote from a book that is called "A Billion Wicked Thoughts" by Ogie August, and in the book she wrote that the sexual brain is guaranteed to upset the political correct, the social conservative, and just about everybody in between. So is this a research I wrote about BDSM because I wanted to find out if, because people in the mind, they think the reason why people go into lifestyle is because they were a victim of sexual abuses or some trauma and they're trying to find a relief from it. It's not what it is at all. And actually the research showed that too, because even though some of them, yes, they are. But the thing is, they did a psychological research. I think it was like 200 people. And they give them like psychological tests, and they find out that, for example, those who are the DOMs, the dominant ones, they have the highest score in confidence. The second ones are the subs. They're the second one that are as confident as the Dom. There's a switch, so the switch are in between. But then they find out also like the vanillas, they have way less confidence than people who practice BDSM.
Right.
Yep. There's actually
that would make sense.
Yeah.
What's the name of that book again? Listen to me.
A Billion Wicked Thoughts. a billion. Yeah, it's an article I'm gonna give to Lance to publish also.
Orgy orgasm. What's the name? Orgy orgasm is the
The name of the person is Ogi, O-G-I, and Ogas, the last name, O-G-A-S. That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, start early.
Yeah, we can start early. For real.
Yeah, there's even a Dr. Justin Lemiller who said that, you know, because he published about that study. He said that being dominant during sex can alter states of consciousness that include heightened concentration and communication, better decision-making processes, and boosted self-confidence, all of which can help you excel in a workplace every day after your sexual experience.
I bet. I mean, if you're dominant and you're into this stuff and somebody else is submissive, you feel like you're on top of the world. I mean, your hormones go up. You feel like, yes, I'm dominant in the bedroom. So you're going to go out in the world like feeling like, ta-da, as opposed to a guy who may have erectile dysfunction or be a 2-minute brother and go out there and his whole outlook, he's not going to feel confident. And confidence is what draws women. Confidence is what makes men stand above other men. And if we get our act together in the bedroom, I'm not saying you have to be into B and D and S&M or whatever have you, but I've known people I've gone to clubs that were clubs of that nature, very young, just being nosy. And I learned a lot and I saw a lot. So I'll be sharing those things during this particular show. Like I said, there's nothing my eyeballs haven't seen. I want to take a second.
That's for real.
And
after hearing your stories, that's for sure. Okay.
Anyway, I just want to wish a happy birthday to my brother. He may not be my blood brother, but he's better than my blood brother, Kevin Clark. And he might be.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
I love him very much. He's been with me every step of the way from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s and up to this day. You know what I mean? And one day I'm going to have a roast where I have all of my friends that I've known for all these decades come on in and just roast me and tell things and tell stories. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to let them reveal secrets. We're going to have fun like we would on private conversations or back in the days. Trust me, they know some stories about me. Not that I'm all that important, but I think that would be a good twist. But I want to wish him a happy birthday. I don't know if he wants me to tell the year, but I'm 58 and he's slightly older than me, but I can say it because he looks real good for his age, 60 years old. I can't believe that I'm saying this because we've known each other from teen years. And the things, but it's still the same chemistry, same proximity. And it's nice when you have friends so long like that. And what makes it even sweeter, he knew my parents. I know his parents. God rest his mother's soul. His father's still alive with us on his plane, but we have memories that go back of things that I forgot about. It's like, you know, when you have friends and / family, I can't say friends. I got to say he's my family, that you can go back and wherever he is in the world, I can go and just crash on the couch, or we feel so comfortable around each other. And this is something you develop after so many years. It was in the mid 70s we really connected, but we saw each other. I would ride the unicycle, the one wheel bike, and he'd see me. And one day he called me over. He said, I heard you're into boxing. So he whipped out this boxing book that he had, and it had a picture of Muhammad Ali coming out of a vault with all this money. And I'm the biggest Muhammad Ali fan. He's the biggest Muhammad Ali fan. And all of us started boxing in the backyard together, lifting weights and doing stuff. So there's very little that he doesn't know about me. That's how crazy it is. That's very
awesome.
Little.
That's awesome.
Yes,
though.
yes. So I just want to say, you know, just officially that I love you, brother. I would just finish texting with you. Maybe you doze off, whatever. We have little jokes about everything. Like, I'm going to shut up after this, but I'm going to do a show just dedicated to him. But when we talk on the phone, it's back from the 70s. We always talk about boxing, right? So when he's always falling asleep on the phone earlier than me, right? So yeah, I'm just going to, not that I hate to show anything. I just want to put my face a little bigger. He's always falling asleep on the phone more than me. I said, man, you on the ropes. That's our code word for saying, man, you tired, just going to sleep.
About to fall out.
yeah, you on the ropes, man. I'll tell you, yeah, okay, I'll tell you, because he would be falling out. We'd be hanging out by his house, and he was the one that drove first. You know, he's a little older than me and stuff, more faster than me. So he would drop me home, even though it was like 4 blocks away, and he'd be sitting on the couch falling asleep. I said, listen, man, just let me out. I'll walk home. Nobody's gonna bother me. You know what I mean? So everybody in the room, just say happy birthday, Kevin C. or Kevin Clark. with no E.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
I can't sing. I'll check the chat room, right?
Happy birthday
Day to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I'll let you sing it. Yeah, I'll do the clapping.
Well, it depends what kind of clapping you're doing.
Listen. You see the show, right? You see the show, right?
He's here. Look at the chat room. Man,
Where?
happy birthday.
Kevin.
That's right. The whole chat room.
That's cool.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? Happy birthday, Earth Strong blessings. Yay.
Yes, absolutely.
The whole chat room, blow them up. Like I said, we gotta reminisce and do a show, and he's got to come on and just tell some funny stories.
Man, even the frog can sing happy birthday.
You see?
Look, even though this is a fetish show, Kevin, if you wanted to come on the show and tell the time when I got the phone call and I thought that I got this girl pregnant. That is the funniest story.
Oh man, that's funny.
Are you serious? I haven't heard that. Listen.
That's messed up.
No. When he was there, he said the expression on my face. He laughed so hard. No, it was funny, but I was a teenager. I was a young teenager, and he was sitting there, and the girl's aunt, had called, or he called the phone and handed it to me. Why did he do that?
God.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
He called the phone and handed to me, and I said hello. And when I heard the aunt's voice, because it wasn't true, but it's a possibility where it could have been, right? And she wasn't the best looking thing around, but it was one of those things he kind of like aroused and it happened. Yeah. And I was like, huh? And no sound came out. It was the funniest thing. I would love for him to tell it one day. You know what I mean? and the lady was like, "Your cat got your tongue?" Because she knew who it was. Cat got your tongue?
Oh my gosh.
Are you okay? Cat got your tongue? It's okay. We gonna bring the baby over and make them meet your parents. And I was like, oh no, not that I was some irresponsible kid. I was a kid. You know what I mean? And it was scary because like a joke. Oh man. Crazy. But anyway, Kevin, you got to tell that story one day. But come on, Beatrice. Let's roll with the fetishes. And yes, KY is
yes,
KY.
ma'am.
Oh, KY
I
came
have
for the
my
right
KY. Yeah. Beatrice, I have my book. I have my pen.
Damn.
I'm taking notes.
So
school is in.
Yes, indeed.
There's the thing too when you say people being dominant or people being sub. So the same doctor, that was a different doctor, Dr. Nicole Lane, she was explaining that in a sense, the dom is not really the dom, and the sub is not really the sub. In the same way. No, it's a psychologist.
That's I was my psychologist, and she was sitting there prim and proper. She took the glasses off and let her hair down and unbuttoned. Well, no, go ahead.
But what she says, for example, when a man is penetrating a woman, or when the dominant gay man is on top of the sub, it says actually the woman who directs the man how to penetrate her. The same way with the gay man, in the same way with the sub, it's the sub that has to say yes or no. If the sub say no, you ain't shit. You can't do shit.
All you gotta do is say yes.
So that's why people were really upset. People were really in the lifestyle. They were really upset with 50 Shades of Grays, because you cannot just impose a contract on somebody telling that they have to actually say yes, they want it, not sign a contract. The contract don't mean shit. If they're saying no means no. If not, that's sexual battery. You can't do that.
No, you know, when I was young, I thought sexual battery was the batteries that go in a dildo.
Beatrice, you don't have any juice near your computer, do you?
No, no, actually, no. I actually threw away all mine because I stopped dating like 6 years ago. So no.
What you asking? She got juice in there.
Juice, no juice. Oh no, no. Like I thought meant like quarts of juice. But I got none of that. Yeah, actually the only thing I have is like the handcuff, the ropes, and the whip. Everything else is gone. Yeah, the handcuff is like decorative. The ropes is just in case I need them to tie up something, not particularly human. And the whip it looks sexy in the picture. Oh.
Hey, hey.
Will after dark.
You know? Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even do anything. Like this is how I got in it. It's just I was in the dating site, of course, POF, plenty of fish. You know, that's But the thing is, yeah, but it's not that corny as you think. You know, you just, maybe like in Tinder or like Craigslist, yeah, you will get the most ratchet one. But I always been lucky. I always get like lawyers, businessmen, brokers. I don't know. It's my luck. But it's just one day I posted a picture of me holding a belt, and I was biting the belt and had like my sexy how do you call it, maroon lipstick, and the dude just emailed me like, "Would you dominate me?" I'm like,
ooh.
Well, they're gonna email you after this show because they're watching you out there. Somebody's watching. Like, oh,
I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. You know, all of a sudden, and since then, I mean, once you've been like, the doctor said that too. Once like you find yourself on top of a man and flog and do all that stuff, it just flips something in your brain. And once you go there, you don't go back. Because
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just you enjoy it. It's like power. That's what it is. It's very intoxicating.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, like fuck that vanilla shit. No. No, I'm dominant now. What's up? You know?
Yeah. I had an experience when I had to smack around a white man in front of his wife and talk like Farrakhan.
That's cute.
Easiest $400 I made in my life. It came natural.
Oh.
Okay, so the wife was being cockhold or something.
Cuckold, yeah. That's a whole other thing. That's like
okay.
You damn pink parasite. You raised hell for 400 years, and now I'm here to pay you back. You see this hand? Hey. And you better be surprised if I don't do the same thing to your wife. I'm going to go over there and touch places that you've never touched before, you little damn bastard.
Hey. Power is power, man. Yeah. But a little exhausting. I haven't done that. Being with three people, I haven't done that. Always one person. I don't know. I always think like it's exhausting or something.
It's a spiritual thing too. It's draining to put on this.
Yeah.
Be an extension of yourself.
Yes.
But it's a persona. Yeah, it's a persona that's high power. It's just like when Scotty said on Star Trek, the dilithium crystals is raining down fast, when they had a force field and they had to get out of it for a drop out of power. So it's the same thing on a spiritual level. You have all of this coming out of you. Like all of my disdain for Caucasians at that point came out. And it was an act, but it was coming out of me like, and after I was like, oh man. I didn't feel, it was like you were just exhausted. For real.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the women that are doms, they say sometimes they like have like anxiety attack or them have depression. But it's just like you said, it's a persona. Even those who does it professionally, like for money, it's a persona like you are like adopting a customized for whoever you're about to entertain. And what
Right.
happened is they said that like 50% of their customers, especially if it's a new customer, they bail out. They don't show up.
So really?
Yeah. So when it's a new customer, it's very iffy. They don't know if the customer gonna show up or not.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's a I don't know, maybe it's a transitional thing for a man to like accept that he was going to be the sub. I mean, I would say like I don't know if 90% of men, I don't know, but for me it was like 90% of them. At some point they are fantasizing of being subjugated or dominated. But it's just yeah, sorry, go ahead, Lance.
I just wanted to say, my thing is that I feel it's like a guilt thing with a lot of these guys who are subs. Like, I've seen in clubs and in certain situations, because there was a party circuit that I went around in different worlds, in different people. I know all kind of freakish people back in that day. You know, I was bodybuilding and stuff, and I'm invited to parties, and you're seeing things. And you're seeing things that you're not really a part of, but you're there, and you want to be nosy and see it. And it's just like, I know for real. I noticed that a lot of the guys who are subs were very successful in life, right? But they were very successful in life according to most people's standards as far as position and money is concerned. And to me, it was almost like a guilt thing where they wanted to make up for the guilt by being dominated and beat down. So that was their way. And the whole thing with the cuckold thing also too. And that's when a white man will find a black man who is well endowed to bring home to his wife. And there's a lot of them. And like I talked about this many years ago on the show, when the personal section of Craigslist was around. And I'm going to try to find that link so you can just check it out. Because
since Trump, they removed it because of that, that act. Yes. I forgot it.
Yes, they removed it. But I told everybody on that show, because it was a live show, I said, listen, everybody go to your computers, even if you had a phone, but mainly the computer is easy to get there. And I want you to type in your city on Craigslist and go to the personal section and the adult section and just look at what, like say for example, what was it? The way they would abbreviate it, couple, the number 4, a C number 4, for BM, meaning black male.
Yeah, that's what they would write. That's how they would write it.
Or MWC, married white couple, the number 4, BM. So you had all these other gay stuff and bisexual stuff, all this stuff. And I told him, I said, look at that MYC for black male in your town, in your city, narrow it down. And they were surprised. There was even a hick town out in West Virginia. The guy was on there. He said, man, I can't believe it. There's like 25, 30 ads in my little section, not even the whole town, but the little section. Yes. And I said, could you imagine the big cities? This is something that is very common. Somebody's going to hear this show and be like, they might hit me with an email and hey, we'll do a show with them too on that level. Let them come on and talk. But it's a very common thing. And most of us think that this stuff is offbeat, but it's been common. It's been around.
It's been around. You're right.
Because they think that, the black man is rising. The black man is going to come into power before they do to us what we did. A lot of them subconsciously think that they grew up privileged and maybe had a black nipple in their mouth because they had a nanny who was black, or they have that attraction, but they feel guilty because they know how their parents talked around the dinner table is normal for them. And they realize it's wrong. And they're like, oh man, take my wife. Just take her. Just take her. And they get off on that. They will sit there and manipulate themselves and it's crazy too. They'll let see in the black man doing this. Come on now, right? He'll do that, and we'll have a guy who's like, he thinks he's getting over by being with this white woman. But in essence, they're stealing his life force. You can look at it one way that way, but on the other hand, they usually like to go bareback. They usually do this. Not everybody, because I've been in clubs and seen this with my own eye, right? And they like to go back and like to go and let the black man ejaculate, right? We're not talking nasty. This is fact. Up in the white woman, and guess what that white man will do? Guess what he'll do? Just think of the song, making it easy for the clean up woman, but ain't no woman cleaning up. That's what a lot of them want. Disgusting as it may seem. But that's their way of getting away from, I did this and maybe, and they never say that. But okay, I witnessed, I'm not going to implicate this one or that one or say any names, but I witnessed a high-ranking police official in New York City do that very thing.
I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised.
And when I was there, I'm looking up on the wall. I said, this guy, he was one of the, like a lieutenant or something. And when a big crime happened, you'd have the police chief and you'd have the commissioner of the Department of Corrections, the mayor, and he was like the one in the next row back. And he was like a lieutenant or something, but he had all the medals. I looked at the face, I said, oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. All I'll say is Staten Island, New York. And yeah, it's crazy. And they wanted everybody to be involved in that. No, this is why I talk to you.
Especially when men are in power like that. You're right. You're right about that. Actually, that reminds me of a guy who wrote me, but that was like the POF because they always guess that's what I am, or they assume that's what I am. So the guy wrote me that he has a fantasy of being penetrated. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But then he's like, I want to be raped, like gang rape, like by a bunch of men. I'm like, whoa. Like, dude, at this point, I need to sign a contract. Now I'm like, you need to sign a contract because I don't want to be doing things and then you'd be like saying that I rape you or whatever. No. Now I need a contract saying that yes, I said I wanted that. He bailed out.
Exactly.
We got two boys here. Jack Griffin in the house. He's another one.
Indeed.
He's got some chapters of my life to share too. You know what I mean? The names have been changed to be innocent.
Yeah, especially like he was like white and I'm black, and you want me to like bitch slap you and rape you, all that stuff. No, because now you can turn around and say my crazy black ass raped you. No, I'm good.
Right.
No, there has to be some agreement saying
what would constitute rape from you to him? Like you penetrated him with what? A strap on?
That's a good question.
And like this big, the black mamba. Yeah, I threw it away though.
Man.
The black mamba. Well, I like the pink one. I like the pink one. Was really functional. Yeah, the pink one's really functional, and but I love the black mamba. The black mamba, I could just wear it because it's longer. I don't have to do anything. Guys like that shit. Guys like that shit.
Oh,
a lot of them do.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I found out that they do. Like my old girlfriend, I'll just say the freaky one. She used to do hair, and she used to always come back with stories from the chair when she's doing people's hair. And I'm not going to say names because they're probably still alive and out there, but there was one woman who admitted that her husband, when he was in the missionary position on top of her, he would signal to her to go into the top drawer on the little side table, little dresser there, and pull out this big dildo and reach around them. And while, and time it, he humps into her. When he pulls out, boom, 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 boom. And she's like, that's the strangest thing. And she said, my arms would be hurting because I got to reach around. And yeah. He forgot about how at one point he turned around and fell out. And left it. She's like, this. I know.
No, but that's the thing. When you're gonna do that, you have to not eat for a few hours. Okay, you gotta make sure you did defecate, and you have to also douche. That if not, accidents will happen.
Yeah, well, trust me. Accidents.
I asked them, did you douche? Did you? Because no, that's disgusting.
What's the look on their face? You're asking a man if he douched. How does that,
Oh no, they're so horny that don't matter. You tell them to wear panties, they wear panties. You tell them to wear a collar, they wear a collar. They're so horny that doesn't matter. Because it's just the fact that that's gonna happen. Yes, and they text you like 1,000,000 texts per hour. And I don't like when I'm in text like that. Man, I got a life, man. I cannot be staying. It's annoying. I can't do that.
Yes, suspended animation. Let me just say that if I fall off, just keep talking. I'll be back on because the internet is cool, but for some reason it'll freeze a second away and then boom, I'm out of there. But the show will go on and I'll be back. But yeah, keep going.
All right, no problem. Well, the main thing with this, because I wouldn't like call it a lifestyle, because it's probably conservative politician who makes it like, I don't know, the deviancy or a lifestyle. Because the thing is, prostitution and homosexuality have been there from the beginning of time. It always existed. Maybe I don't know about in Africa, but it always has existed for white folks, because there's tons of evidence.
You know, they got a beach over here called Labadi Beach, Labadi, and there is a homosexual community here that is super duper undercover, because because of the whole religious influence of Christianity here, and most of the population is conservative. The thing is that things are just not out in the open. You do have areas around here, like say, for example, the biggest thing would be like some kind of prostitution, and they don't walk around like they're prostitutes. Look at you a little bit more, and you know the area what it's for. But Jack Griffin saying, "Man, you learn fast. What's going on?" Yeah, they have their South ones over here, inside joke. But so over there they have all kind of things going on. It's not too far. Like when I go down to East Legon, right? And it's a area that I like. You just go down a little bit more. The beach is right there. And so you have older white women with liver spots checking out the young black guys and actually scoring with them, because you see them walk with them holding hands or going back with them up to the hotel rooms. And you have this like undercover gay thing going on where they will go out in a little part way in the dark at night on certain nights. That's what and they'll do their thing out there. And then you have these white men who come from other countries who want a piece of that type of thing too. So even in a conservative place like Ghana, very conservative. I think Gambia is not as conservative as Ghana, even though they have the whole religious thing with the overtones. It's out there because a lot of white folks and couples love to go to Gambia just for that. It's a very big thing, very big thing. But Ghana is just as bad. The one thing that, okay, if you're consenting adults, do what you do, go to hell with gasoline drawers if you want to. No, but I'm just saying, the child is what, I keep my eyes open for that, because there are a lot of people who, this is nothing like to make fun of or nothing to like, it's a very serious thing. I can't, no matter where you are, even if you're in America, you watch the children, and especially when you see some white man coming around, hanging around, wanting to give them ice cream, an ice cream truck, and just watch them. You make sure, even if they don't know, you act like you're the parent or the uncle.
Exactly.
With that, you're talking to my niece. He doesn't know, right? And things happen quick, because I heard that, and we'll get back on the topic, that in the New York area, was it New York, New Jersey, but just New York area, there are 50 young girls missing, like from 13, 14 to 17, 18, and maybe a little of a difference there. But the sex trafficking is big, and snatching up kids here in Africa is big. And like I said, pound for pound in Accra, especially, you do not have police like you have police in New York City. You have the military police, which are far and few between, and you have the police, which are basically security guards. I cannot believe it, right? The police usually don't have cars out here. They have to take the trophy. Yeah. Or they see a motorcycle walking by and they stop it and just jump on and say where to take them. Yeah.
Are you serious?
So if something was to jump off right here, you on your own, because there's no dialing 911 or something of the equivalent. There is, but also what I heard is that when you call for the police, you better pay for their cab fare. So you're like, you getting stabbed up. Like, listen,
the police is a privilege.
Yeah. So one good thing about the religious aspect of it, where people are fearful of, in the afterlife going to a bad place, is that they don't do certain things. Things don't usually jump off. One good part about it is that people intervene, because I guess they want to intervene if something happened to them, because the cops are far and few between. There's someone directing traffic. And most of them, the cops don't carry guns. It's the military police at the checkpoints that you see. When they show up, that's
crazy.
Yeah. You look around. Look at all the videos I've done just walking through the markets and the common places, right? How many police have you seen? You don't really see that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like up in Orlando and New York City, you have a bunch of cops. Hey, Bill, what are we gonna do? We're gonna eat some Dunkin' Donuts tonight. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? 10 of them. The lights flash and the show of presence. But it's not like that down here. You are on your own. You're on your own. But it's safe still. The people pick up, but they don't know anything any way different. Now that kind of brought down the comedic angle of the show. We'll get back here. I just had to say that part, you know.
Yeah.
I killed the fetish mood.
No, you did not.
No. Beatrice is still here. She'll bring it back.
Yeah, because we're kind of talking about the history of stuff like that. Because the thing is, when the beginning of,
Be right back.
I guess, civilization, or like with the Neanderthals, or like the first Homo sapien, there was not like a conventional couple, like one man, one wife. No, everybody was fucking everybody. Yeah,
okay.
And it didn't matter what you are. Like everybody was fucking everybody. They haven't found evidence, like in Greece, that there was already like evidence of. That's why there's like lesbian come from Lesbos, because Sapio, the poet, was writing love poem to her beloved until she got rejected and she killed herself, which where the word lesbian comes from. So, but also in Greece, the thing is, gay was accepted for men. Yeah.
Yes.
Homosexual was accepted, but the thing, it has to be, one man has to be older than the other.
Right. I've seen that.
Why, when Alexander the Great was in love with what is the name of his boyfriend? I forgot his name. But it wasn't accepted because they were the same age. But yes, but when Alexander started a relationship with Bagoas, the male slave, the young male slave who was like 14 years old, it was accepted because because he's older. Yeah,
that's interesting.
The same way in Rome, there was evidence like when men, of course, would go to a brothel. When they show up, they're asked either for a woman, a man, or a child.
Right. Right.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it can be a male child or a female child. It was natural. And even in Pompeii, there are evidence of prostitution because they found out that, for example, depending of what kind of prostitute you are, you would wear a certain color. Like the more prominent you are, you're specifically would wear that color. Yeah. Yeah.
So what was the hierarchy? The colors meant like I was a prostitute for 20 years, so I wear red. Or if you're a novice prostitute, you have like some little thing around your neck or something.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's just like nowadays you find prostitute that was really very rich and very successful. They are able to have like their own private parties, but they have to wear a certain attire defining them as what they are.
Right.
Yeah, a certain color defining what they are. So from the beginning of the time, there was always prostitute. But that's the thing too. When I did my research, because I had to do one about about homosexuality, where basically sex is defined by politicians. That's what I found out. Because from there was a lot of homosexuality and royalties. Because even in Japan, there was one emperor, even Korea too. He just didn't want to have a wife. He didn't care about having kids.
Right.
Until he died, he stayed with his lover. And when the lover died, he killed himself, just like Alexander. I don't know. That's what people think about Alexander the Great. So he just killed himself. There was even a queen. There's two queens. There's actually one British one. Yeah, they even made a movie out of it. Where
a lot of queens out there.
Yeah. Yeah, because she would prefer female lovers. I mean, though she got married, but there was one in, was it Sweden? Yeah, a Sweden girl. And she was, that's the thing too, because that's why there was this documentary about homosexuality where they say that it's this doctor, he has several sons, and the last one came out gay, and he did this scientific study where he found out that when you have several children, you're breeding children, nature by itself, it freaks out and it just flips it. Like if you had like 4 boys, the 5th one might or may not come out gay because Yeah, because you have 4 straight ones, so nature by itself it will do that. It's the same thing with frogs. If there's an overwhelming population of male, the rest will turn female. Vice versa, if there's an overpopulation of female, the rest will turn male. Nature will just do that. It's the same way, like when you have a whole bunch of kids and by themselves. It's not genetically nature does that. One of them is 70% chance that will come out gay.
So basically, if a man has like 3 or 4 sons, and doesn't know the sex of the child coming, he's waiting there by the mother in the delivery room, and it's like, it's a boy, and he's like, oh man. Do we do the room in pink or do we do it in blue?
Oh gosh. Oh no.
Yeah, like the Sweden girl. I mean, it was quite a scandal in her time for a woman not to want to marry, and rather because she didn't want to marry at all. All the other queens, they married and had children.
Right.
She's like, nah. She didn't want to marry. She didn't want to be around men. Period. She had a female lover. Yes. Oh, wow. But it's the same thing that got her destitute because they wouldn't tolerate that.
Right.
There was a lot of political pressure for her to get married, but she's like, no, I don't roll like that. And at the end, she had to exile to Rome. And the thing is, the Pope accepted her. Rome, the Vatican accepted her, even though they knew how she was, and that was in the 1500. That's surprising.
They didn't care. They saw that she was. She liked women. The Pope back then was like, "Oh, you like women? Come on, I got one in the room. Let's swing a little 3-way episode."
That was surprising because that's around the time of Inquisition. And then because like 100 years later, and Ireland, that's when the witch hunt started too with King James. King James was fucking crazy. Okay, although his legacy is the Bible. No, he was crazy.
Well, he was a homosexual also. He was married. He hated his mother, I heard, and he loved lots of young boys and stuff like that. And when he had the Bible translated over, it was Shakespeare who helped him, and all of that stuff. I mean, so maybe they left some stuff out. Maybe they
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all.
There's also that Bible verse that's rumored to be where Shakespeare put his name in there in the same verse. In the beginning it said shake, in the end it said spear. Don't know how.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that
too.
Yep.
Carving his initials in the Bible. It's crazy. Like that guy, like the doctor who was carving his initials in women's wombs after they would have children or whatever. Mark. I must put this in fertile soil. Elijah Muhammad.
But there's a thing too with the history they have that study at my university with Takaki. We found that basically slavery is Takaki. Takaki.
Listen.
Ronald Takaki.
I was wondering myself. I didn't know what to think.
That's that name.
But now he was Hawaiian. He grew up in Hawaii. But he basically all slavery was inspired by Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wrote that piece about Caliban. So Caliban is like Caliban in the piece. He's black. He's what's the word? Deviant. But then again, because he's different, you find like the shipmate calling him lazy, brutish, devilish, just like they used to call us, lazy, all that, ignorant, and because even in the play, he captured Caliban and tried to sell him to the king, and he said, so basically the British, they got inspired by that, and their excuse for first pretty much committing genocide and getting rid of all the Native American was that the natives reminded them of Caliban. The same way, because they didn't just start slaving us. Because when they noticed that the the native were dying, by the million. But they stopped bringing white people because white people were the first slaves. The indentured servitude. They were the first slaves. Because they didn't want nothing to do. Nobody wanted a black slave. They wanted nothing to do with that. They just wanted a white slave because they didn't really trust having a black slave in their house. It's just after the 1600, where white folks were like, they don't want to be indentured anymore. They don't want to do that anymore. So then they were forced to start bringing in black slaves.
So with white slaves, they might be coming back around the way the population of the world is getting. My dear brothers, I'm going to tell you now that the population of the Caucasian has lowered so much. They've had so much power. They've done so much to us. I think it's befitting that we bring that back. I'm not going to say it because they'll slam me for it. We're banning the channel for saying that.
I know, right? Jeez.
I'm going to say it.
Well, I don't see why they're banned. I don't know how many times I have white folks writing me on a dating site or we're white folks, white man writing me that they want to make me their slave and I'm like what? Wait, what? Huh?
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude, I'm Haitian. What the fuck? It doesn't go the way around. No,
where's the t-shirt, brother?
It doesn't go the way around. No. What? No.
Yes. I say Beatrice Noel.
I'm Haitian. No, that's no. I mean, even though you might want me to dominate, okay, but it doesn't work the way around. You cannot be a white person asking to dominate a black woman, especially a Haitian woman.
Exactly.
I'm like, we killed all of my masters where I come from. What the hell are you talking about?
You got the blood.
Every time I tell them that. Where I come from, we killed all the white masters. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
And they're like so horny. No, I didn't mean it like that. That ain't even funny. That ain't even funny.
No, but that's a thing with some of them too. On that underground sexual thing, and they try to be quiet and cool, and they don't want to say it, but they have that kind of thing in their mind going on. And there's a demand for that type of porn out there too, the master slave thing, and some of us go for that. Some of the sisters go. It's strange, but some of the sisters
crazy.
But you know what? They come down here, whatever country. I'm not going to say a country because it's got to be across the whole continent of Africa, which Africa is a continent and it has different countries. But what I find, because people, send me stuff all the time. Hey, is this your old girlfriend, the one you used to mess with? I'm like, yeah, that's her. But she doing movies. That was like 30 years ago. Guys have asked me, it's like, yo, what's up with this trend? Whatever. And I'm seeing that it's a lot of African countries that these white filmmakers come to that shoot porn, and they start doing this thing. Because let me tell you something, let me tie something else in on a very serious note. If you ask, unfortunately, many of our sisters here in the motherland, if they want a white man, they're like, yes, I want a white man. There are so many dating sites that they undercover meet. And I've seen it with my own eyes, how uncomfortable they are. It's like you see them and you're looking at them, right? Like black men here that are born and raised here, I'm getting into a very touchy subject, but I have to talk about it because I see it.
Yes.
They see this interracial thing going on, and they know what it is because it has been beat into the minds of through missionaries, through religion, through all of this stuff. Because see, the experience here in the motherland wasn't the experience that we had in America, right? So, that being said, they're not. I'm not saying it's touchy, but it's not a touchy subject for them because they have made themselves to be the saviors. See, they have raped and robbed Africa of its resources for so long, and of course, we had the Arab, slave trade also, but this is the one this is the last hit. It's like getting beat up by 50 people and the last person to beat you up, that's the one you remember. So they get the blame, right? So they have made themselves rich through our resources here in the motherland. And so now so many are not thinking like that. And they're looking at them like, oh, you have everything. They took it from you and they dominated you. And a lot of these white men who come down here and they go on these dating, I'm going to find some of these things that are exclusive to Africa. and some exclusive to Ghana, Gambia. And these women are some of them may not have the finances. I'm not saying they're selling themselves out like prostitutes, but it's like, wow, he can do something for me. And a lot of the parents are encouraging their daughters and their sons, right, to go seek that out, because that's your only way of getting out of here. Let me tell you something. I'll say it between the lines. Empress LG, you already know. There's a young girl, and I'll just say this part, that I knew just back and forth around, hey, how you doing? Just like a lot of people. She came over here one day to do damage. She's underage. And she felt comfortable enough just in passing, even with Mrs. Scurv, with me or whatever. And she came here one day, knocking on the door, dressed in a very provocative way, thinking that I was home alone to do damage. That's all I'll say. Surprise. So it's interwoven in the culture. This is not everybody, because some people are going to get mad at me and say, man, you're saying no, but it's there. That's like saying there's nobody homeless in America. Come on, no, or nobody's on drugs in America. No, this kind of thing is here. I'm not saying it's a dominant thing, but there's a lot of people who see it. Oh no, you can see it, but there's a lot of it. You know, it's
just the fact you make it taboo. That's the problem. You know.
Yeah. But see, the thing is too. Another important thing, especially here in Ghana, and I'll shut up after this. We were driving with a Uber or a Bolt. Bolt, BOLT. It's like another Lyft or Uber, but it's exclusive to Ghana. A lot cheaper too. And so we were sitting back there, and we were talking with the guy who drove and whatnot. I said, hey man, you know, I see cigarettes being sold, but I don't see people smoking cigarettes. And he's like, you won't see people smoking cigarettes. I said, why do they buy cigarettes? They don't smoke them. Not that I'm encouraging them to smoke. He said, well, it's a thing of shame. Nobody wants to be outside and be seen smoking a cigarette because it's a disgrace to their family. It's a disgrace to all that you eat. So if cigarette smoking could be considered a disgrace, all the fetishes and kinks and different things are pushed down, and people act so decent, but you see it in their eyes. I go through the market, and some of the women that had the thing on their head, whatever, walking through, and they walking by, I'm like, what? Let's say I just tell you, Elegy, Mr. Scurv, and this one girl walking past me, you know, she just walked, and I'm looking at everything. You know, I see everything.
You see everything.
I see everything, right? So I saw her, and Mr. Scurv was looking that way, and I just looked. I just saw, you know, I looked, and she did it so slick. She did it so slick. I felt my balls like,
wow.
You just break my balls from 8 feet away. You know, I'm trying to get a laugh at you, but no, I did it so slick, and then I was so shocked. I'm walking. Because I'm thinking, look, I've seen it all on Times Square, sex clubs, crazy stuff for decades. I turned around, and she turned around and stopped and did it again.
Oh,
get out of here. Oral ventriloquism. How do you do that? Let me get something to drink, y'all. Continue on. I'll leave you with that.
Yeah, but that's the thing too, you know, and that's where Lance is right. When you start like hiding stuff and keeping it hush hush, that's where abuse starts too.
That's true.
You know? Yeah, because so for example, that's why I was trying to find out if like it's people who are like have trauma who wants to engage in this lifestyle. Well, actually, like women who like were victim of sexual battery, especially violent sexual battery, they said that it's very liberating for them not being the sub, because the sub is kind of like rebuilt them in a way to be used to the trauma. Right. And like, you know, we found themselves, but they said that once they become dominant, you know, it's like it switch something, you know, it's you don't feel you're not the victim anymore, you're in power. So it flips something in their head, you know?
And that could be beneficial.
Yes, that could be the same way too. I found a story of a girl who, I think I said it before. She, her too was victim of like violent sexual battery. And she had to be interned, like in the hospitalized. And she met a guy there, and in less than a week, the guys were in a relationship with her. But I'm reading this, I'm like, girl, didn't you say you're a victim of rape? Why this guy is moving so fast on you when you said you're a victim of rape? And already a week later, he wants some of that. Like, But then not he didn't want like it because she's like, oh, he's so understanding and this. So he would like straight up the guy wanted to be the dumb and she's the sub. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, where's the common sense? Okay. I know you've been through trauma. What's the common sense?
No. Well, maybe she does need an ass whipping. I mean, I'm just saying. Because how could you do that? How can you do that?
I mean, what's the common sense? Because I already know where this is going. I know where this is going. Because now the guy would do things and she would say no, and the guy would keep going.
Of course.
Because in her mind, she thinks she thought that's BDSM. That's not BDSM. BDSM, if you say no, he has to stop.
Right.
He has to stop if you say no. That's how much the sub is in control. It's not really the dumb. The sub is in control. The sub has to say what he wants or what she wants, or what she doesn't want to do.
Exactly.
You cannot force it on them. But then now, when she would resist, so now he would play those psychological games and manipulate her and just like stop talking to her. And stop, stop seeing her, like cut all communication. And of course, once he come back, she just give in to that bullshit again. Until one day he just completely stopped communicating with her and she fell apart. You know?
Of course.
Is this when she started, she had to be hospitalized again because she was suicidal again. She had to be hospitalized again. And it's as she was talking to her group, because the guy was in her group. That's a predator right there, man. That's a sexual predator right there. He was in her ANA group. And that's why people were talking and she realized that that's abuse, what he was doing. That's abuse.
Right.
You know, that's abuse. That's taking advantage of you, and that's abusive. That actually was sexual battery and physical battery.
She had to get to that point to understand where she was.
Yeah.
You know? Because, okay, you said she was raped. So she goes in for therapy, or, she's in the hospital for therapy for being raped. But she doesn't understand the aspect that she wound up finding herself in.
Yes.
With this person. And maybe in her mind, she thought that she was fine. She was okay. Right. And this person comes along and says, hey, you want to try something different?
Well, that's the thing too. When those victims, there's this sense of shame, of embarrassment. Yeah, it's not only, it's like being doubly victim, because not only you've been a victim, now you feel like it was your fault. So because of that, especially when like they were victim of sexual abuse as children, they tend to become promiscuous.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So I'm thinking maybe that's that part that made her become victim of that.
Could be.
Yeah. Probably that. I don't know.
And there was no self-esteem as it relates to her. Her color, who she was as a woman, who she was as a person of color. Yep. She had no self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it would be a cold day in hell that a white man is going to tell me that he wants to dominate me.
Yeah, I'm like, say what?
It's going to be such a cold day.
No, I'll flip on you. No.
Oh God.
No, I mean, I'm like, what? No, you lost your motherfucking mind. You lost it today. You best find it, because you lost it. You best find that mind. No.
Not in this life.
No. And I mean, and just like her, I've been a victim of sexual assault, but I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped dating, because now it's to a point where I'm not even going out with the guy yet, and I'm apprehensive, like what they're gonna do. So that's how to the point where I don't go out anymore, because now I was able to go out with them, but I won't pass the coffee, because there was pass the coffee. I'm like, we're good. I don't want to go anywhere else.
And that's with anybody, or
anybody. Like It didn't matter like what the guy, because I had one who was like really short and skinny, like tiny, and he wanted like to do massage my feet. I'm like, I'm good. I didn't care. It's a guy. I didn't care. No, I'm good. I don't know. It's just the apprehension. So maybe one day I'll go. Maybe I'll want. But I don't know. I got so used to being alone too that I don't care anymore.
You know, I'm hearing that a lot. I am hearing that a lot from a lot of people. You know, a lot of women saying that they're at a point now where it doesn't matter if they do or don't. Yeah. I'm not about to try to understand that.
Oh. I don't know. I got used to being alone. I don't. I mean, to me, I think it's the fact that from when you're born, I mean, when as a child, you keep being told that you have to have a husband. You have to have a husband. You have to have children. Every goddamn Haitian African person I meet, you have a kid. You married. You have children. Even African American, like, what the hell? It's not an accomplishment. It's not an accomplishment, you know? It's not mandatory. It's like, you know, when you say no, then they look at you like something's missing. There's nothing missing. I just don't. And I mean, that child's expensive to begin with, okay? I just have a decent job. Like me, I don't want to struggle, okay? Sorry, but I don't want to struggle at all. Maybe after I get my doctorate, you know, and I start practicing as a doctor, then I'll adopt a child. Maybe I'll be 50, but I can afford having a child.
Right.
But I don't want to struggle, and I don't want the child to struggle. No.
Well, that's interesting. That's a position I really can't speak to because you know, I mean, you have to step out and come back, Brother Lance.
Oh yeah, you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was telling Empress LG, like, you know, I don't know why every African or Haitian person, when they meet, man or women, you married, you have kids, you say no, they look at me like I'm alien something. What are you waiting for? Every time I'm like, that's not an accomplishment. Okay, ask me if I have a degree, man. Ask me if I have a career, but no. You're not married. What are you waiting for? Like, no pressure. Like, no pressure. What the hell? It's not I don't want to. Maybe
that's not what you came here for.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes we just have to understand that, you know?
Yeah, and that used to depress me too. But then one day I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you know, when I became 40, I'm like, got no man, no kid. That used to depress me too. Because that's how I used to hear. But then I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, there's no, but it did too. There's that thing too when I would work on the base, and every time I would, because I love to do my makeup, okay? I love to wear wigs. I love to do my makeup. And they're like, ooh, you're trying to get a man. No. I just like to do my makeup.
To wear makeup and wigs, they don't say nothing about them. What kind of world are we living in?
I know, right? Like, no, I just like to look good. Jeez. Why everything I have to do has to be for a man? What about me?
Exactly. And see, that's the mindset. That's the mindset that a lot of women have to get out of. Yeah. You know, we're not putting ourselves, you want to look nice. If you're going to put yourself together for a man, then what happens when that man is no longer around?
Exactly.
You're not going to put yourself together.
Always the women. Oh, you're trying to get a man. Oh, no. I like to look good. I do.
What?
To get over you? No, I'm just saying when you said put yourself together, I thought about that Franz Lee song from 1980 or 79. Going to get over you, and it said you better get yourself together. I'm seeing my overload right now.
Yeah, sure is. And I think it's part of that same mentality where people like they assume that's the way you're supposed to be. They assume that's how you're supposed to have sex. There's, you know, it's just that's why there's this disconnect and this intolerance, you know, because that's how they were raised too. They assume that that's how things are supposed to be. But then, you know, that's when I think abuse starts because you keep hiding shit. When he's gonna start hiding, yeah, it's somebody gonna start taking advantage of someone. It's gonna happen because you keep hiding stuff. I think that's where, at some point in the 1960s, the sexual revolution started. But white folks went buck wild with this shit with the hippie. And, white folks always got to go buck wild with shit.
We love.
You're right. You're right. This is where communication really, really needs to happen. Where people need to, or couples in relationships really need to be able to talk to each other.
Yes.
That's serious. That's absolutely serious because, like you said, that's when the freaky shit happens, or it won't happen in the relationship. It'll happen outside of the relationship.
Yes.
The way you said that reminds me of this teacher named Mrs. Scavone. Jack Griffin, you remember that, right? I had a bodybuilder magazine, and that was like taboo in the late 70s, right? I'm sitting here, had my lessons, right? The book was open. I had a bodybuilder magazine right there, kind of low. So she go around. I didn't know it. She got on my shoulder, and she said, "Lance, put those books away." And she pulled it up and put it on the thing, and it was some dude doing a back shot, a muscle shot. I'm legitimately in this thing, starting out training and stuff, but it didn't look right. Put those freaky books away. Anyway, go ahead. Shake it off of memory.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's just like in Haiti. And, I remember when a man is always beating on his wife, and every time people they're like, it's probably because he's gay. And that's just horrible. Because the thing is, you want to be accepted by society, so you got to go ahead and marry. But now you can't stand a woman, and all you do all day is beating the shit out of her. That makes no sense. I mean, why you got married to fucking begin with?
Right.
Why the woman has to pay for this? There's two kind of woman beaters in Haiti. It's either they're gay or they're cheaters, because that's the only way they think they can have control of this household, since they're hopping everything around outside of the household, so that once they get home, they beat the shit out of you. That's still fucked up. Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's just like you guys are saying. It's because nobody's talking, nobody's saying anything about it. It's on the hush hush.
Right.
But it's wrong. It's inappropriate and wrong. There was even this major scandal before I left Haiti, where this guy married this lady, and while the wedding, them get married, his lover showed up in the church, and his lover started to beat the bride.
What? I pronounce you man and wife. You may now beat the bride. Oh man, that's bad. That's crazy.
Fuck.
Wait. When you said lover, you didn't really differentiate whether it's a male or female. Is a dude?
I told you the lover of the groom was beating the bride.
Yeah, but is the lover a man or a woman?
Of course it's a man.
Oh,
okay,
man.
thank you.
You're not supposed to do that.
Man.
That's crazy.
I know that she stayed married with, but it didn't last long. But it was such a stigma that she had to leave the country. She had to move here because people were talking.
Like Teddy Pendergrass. Old town was laughing at me.
But the thing is, they was putting her down, not what the guy did.
That's interesting.
Like, yeah. A whole society would do that with a certain twisted way of thinking. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Imagine what that does to a woman with that kind of trauma.
Another man is beating my time. Another man is loving mine. With that song, doom, 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 doom.
Yeah. So I actually found the study because I got the numbers wrong. So the study was by Dr. Andreas wise mare. And then that's the thing. It's the funniest thing about it. The funny thing about it is there were more BDSM participants than vanilla participants. So there were 902 BDSM practitioners and 434 non-BDSM participants.
Oh, this is like the sexual census.
Yes,
Really?
the sexual census. And so when they did the questionnaire, so the result, they found out that practitioners, whether they're male, sub, switch, or DOMs, they were more outgoing, more open to new experience, and more consciousness than less adventurous participants.
Yeah, that is understandable. You would have to be. You would have to be. I mean, this is not,
Yeah, they
to
found
put yourself out there like that. Yeah,
exactly. Especially if there are people who are in the like the DOMs, they don't hide it. It's subs, especially male sub, they may hide it. Women sub, they're cool because they're already sub, so they're cool with it. But it's very rare to find a woman that's dumb. Like they don't want nothing to do with being sub. They're DOMs, because usually you find women either being switches or they're subs because they're comfortable being sub. But
no, sir. No, sir. No, no. No, sir.
I walked into a bondage, a BDSM or S&M, whichever it was, and there's somebody and they said, "Come on, this is a real high class thing." And I'm nosy. I said, "Okay, let me go."
Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. I tell you.
I didn't know what to do. I tried to flip. So I wore all black. I was like, they're like, "Who will you introduce yourself? Are you into the lifestyle?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." Right. This jargon I didn't know. I didn't know I had to know this jargon. Like if I was really into it, it would be, so I tried to be quiet and people start looking at me. We never saw him before. And they were like, "Where are your slaves?" I said, "Well, they didn't get it yet."
What?
They're on their way. Oh, really? It wasn't like something that I couldn't go to.
That's funny. That's funny.
I was making it obvious, right? So this
where's slave patrol at, Lance? Where's slave patrol at?
What's the lady? Oh God, Susie Orman. This lady.
Oh yes.
Like but the younger version, because Susie Orman, she's a lesbian, but she when she was slimmer, so she came over to me and she was like kind of butchy. So she's like, "Do you have your slaves branded?" And I'm like,
"Oh, what?
What do you mean by that?"
The fuck? No, that's a step too far.
But and it hit me, and I said, "Yes, they all are." Right? Oh, okay. I was like a cow. I mean, like cattle. And they look at me like, and one guy spit up his drink. He was like a sub. Even a sub laughed at me, right? Some person slave, like he doesn't fit. Oh yes. 45 minutes later, they were doing different types of things, and they were talking about, but it was highly organized, and these people were very, very intelligent. These people, the way they spoke and the way they carried themselves, this was no joke for them. And to me, the vibe there was like that was a doorway for something else. I'm not saying it was a doorway for something gay. Let me tell you something. That day I went up in there, I didn't stay long. I know I lied. They didn't embarrass me to get out of there because I didn't want to be in there anyway, but I started seeing some people who were actually branded, man. And the way they acted, that was there, it was straight satanic. That was a doorway to devil worship and Satanism. Trust me.
Yes.
Because they were evil with it. I mean, they were like nobody laughed in that place. That's look, a bunch of white folks, at least let them have the nervous laugh and they scared of me. That wasn't going on. They were like straight serious, like, you make a wrong move, they're going to find you turn up somewhere. And I'm not scared of them, but I'm like, I'm 21 floors up and there's a lot of windows out here. I don't need to hang out in this place. Trust me. Strange.
Yeah, that's the thing too. That's what remember when I was telling you, like there's some sub and they let their dumb take all their money out of their bank account. Yeah, there's several male, and every time they're victims because isn't that really a victim? I don't know, because they could have like 50 grand and the female dumb's like, "Give me all your money," and they would just let her take it. No.
Man,
And now you find this guy being evicted, dirt poor, bro. Like, fuck this shit. Nah, man, nah. I don't see the kick out of it at all. Especially if there's like dire financial consequences by doing that. Nah,
exactly.
It.
That's taking it too far. Now see, that's in a whole nother realm right there. That's a whole different thing. That's not what we're.
Because his family had to interfere. Exactly, his family had to interfere.
Like that. Just get me that little money counting machine with like the banks have.
Yeah. And I mean, what kind of woman would do that too? I mean, I know you need your coin, but come on, man. That's
same
wrong.
woman that will be a sub. That's the one.
Yeah, like no, that's too far. That's way too far. You know, I mean, it's not like it's a dominant thing. No, that's I don't know. I have an ethical code when it comes to stuff like that. No, that's too far. Because now his family had to interfere. They had to put him in counseling because you have a problem. Because that happened to him a couple of times, twice. He filed bankruptcy for the same shit. So they had to put him in counseling.
That's embarrassing. Like, why do you find yourself in this position? Well, I'm a sub, and you gave your money away. You probably knew them from the same parties. They were there too. That was probably a sub. You know, I'll go light on you this time, but don't tell anybody.
What I would love is like one of those maids as subs. That's what I want. One like to come in and for free they clean all your house. That's what I want.
You know.
Okay, I want a massage sub, and then give me foot massage, and I want a maid sub.
If your toes or something, you know, or just give you a toe cleaning.
No, that's weird. No,
just
give me massage.
No.
No, that's what, because I gotta clean my damn toes. Yeah.
A lot of guys that work in shoe stores, I heard a lot of them gravitate when they have the foot fetishes, you know. They can sit there and touch the feet and let me suggest this pair and whatever. Then later on, they got the shoe that the lady didn't buy. Like,
I don't like that. I don't want nobody touching my foot in our shoe store. No, sir.
Yeah, that's the energy transferal thing.
No, I don't like that.
With reflexology,
it's a sexual thing. Yeah.
You see the guys on the train just looking down the feet.
They want to hold your ankle, you know, and no.
No. Yeah, actually, my teacher, because she's a sociologist, and she said when she was like in her 20s, like early 20s, and she said she moved to this place because she was in college, and there was this guy. He said the guy was fine. The guy got money. He was fine, and the guy lived in a penthouse. And she said one day the guy invited her to come to the penthouse. She's like, "What's up?" But when they got there, the guy asked her. He said that he would pay her $1,000
to do what?
Just to wear shoes and walk for him, because he want to see her in heels. Just for that, you know, she got freaked out. She got scared and she ran. She just avoid the guy and never tried to talk to the guy. Me shit. Pay me.
What? Even if I gotta hold on to the chairs and the high heel shoes.
Okay, pay me. Shit. I just have to walk and do nothing else but walk. Pay me. I'm game. I'm game for this shit.
Some things are just too easy.
Let me find something like that. I'll be a walking fool. Yes, indeed. I'm paid today. Doom.
You need me to come back tomorrow?
I know, right? I'll come back every day. Shit,
come back every day.
He told her she wouldn't need to work anymore. He told her she wouldn't need to work to take care of her. $1,000 per walking, and she freaked out.
Man, she's stupid.
She's stupid. Yeah, and she was telling the story. She's like in shock and like traumatized. I'm like,
what?
He didn't ask you to sleep with you. He didn't ask to suck your toes. He just wants you to walk in shoes. Why are you traumatized? Exactly.
But look, hold on a second. She agreed to that lifestyle, right? She agreed to go there for whatever reason.
No, because he would hang out with her because he was like their friends. Because they would hang out all the time. But once
that's the reason why they freak out. Why she freaked out?
Why she freak out? Yeah.
And that's all it is. Like, this is all you want to do.
No, but she had issues too.
What was she really expecting? Like, she wouldn't have freaked out if he came on to her, but all he did was ask just to walk around in the shoes, which probably would have resulted in him becoming sexually aroused and wanting to do the next thing, which that was a precursor, but he probably couldn't function without doing that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
So end up being the same thing. So what's the deal? That is his form of foreplay.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Pluck fly wings and put it in your mouth or something and kiss me. It was just, that's weird. There's stuff like that out there too. People who are into insects.
Yeah.
Well, God, dog.
Well, there's actually a show on Showtime that's called The Seven Sins. And there's one episode they were showing that this company who made a fortune out of animal dildos. Like they have like a rhinoceros a penis or elephant penis. And you see the size and I'm like, where you put that thing exactly? Where exactly put that thing? It's the same thing when I.
So you have a horn in your head like, yeah, I'm a rhino. Rhino penis on the LanceScurv
Show. Same thing with men who like do fisting. I mean, how you manage to have a fist up your ass?
Oh gosh, help me!
I've seen that.
Oh gosh.
They start out with the starter kit like a little spider. I'm not a spider, like a little snake. And you know what I mean? Come on now. You see them German pornos where they start out like this. It's like a snake.
Yeah, you have to do it like that, not like this. It has to be like this.
Open it up, and then the knuckles get small, then a whole hand. And then what do? When one hand is in there, just put another hand up in there.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. No.
The two twisted burger from Burger King. Remember that?
First of all.
One wasn't enough. You have to put two goddamn hands in there. What the fuck?
What happens if they yell fire and she jumps up and just her sphincters are gone, like broken rubber bands, and all this stuff's coming out.
That happens sometimes to the female doms where the guy didn't douche, and as you do it,
So imagine you were doing a real horse, and the horse starts feeling good and starts humping. That's it for you. You're a shish kebab.
Yeah, they said that's how for example when you know, like for example when like immigration or customs, they said that's how they know when an animal comes in that it is sexually abused, because the animal keeps playing with its thing, so they know what's up.
What?
Yeah, like for example, when they get like panthers, like exotic animals, and the animal keeps touching and playing with their thing, so they know what's up. This animal is being sexually abused.
Oh, God.
I mean, what? How do you have sex with a panther exactly? Like,
you get killed after that.
Yeah.
You try to get things.
But you know the French that pulled that shit in Congo, no, Central Africa. Yeah, Central African country. Because there was this, I don't know if they arrested them, because there was 100 girls, 100 teenage girls that the French from the United Nations, soldiers were united, but they were from France, and they had been raped by dogs.
Stop it.
Imagine that you have to show your face on the camera as a victim of rape from a
Stop it. Oh my God.
Yeah, white people are weird, man. They're weird.
Beyond weird. Weird is too mild of a term.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Where's the T-shirt, Lance?
We gotta have a what the F T-shirt.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's a right. The signature.
Fuck. Y'all remind me of Chappelle's last stand-up comedy before he went to Kenya.
Africa.
Yeah, and he said that he rather smoke weed with white folks and not with black folks, but he said he rather do not pass out with. He said, do not pass out, because you might wake up with a carrot up your ass.
A carrot with a bite mark on the end of it, right?
Yeah. So he's like, imagine you walk into your bro, he's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. It's like, why? Why you wanna kill him?
Let me tell you some stuff that I saw with my own eyes around a bunch of guys that I didn't hang out with them all the time. It was like a friend of it was like a bunch of guys who were like, we had a mutual friend. And the mutual friend didn't hang out with them so much. But they wanted to play a joke on one of the guys that hung out with them. And they were hanging out in the basement. And that's what they did. He was so drunk, they wanted to play a trick on him. But I'm not playing no tricks with nobody like that. And if a person plays a trick like that on me, they dying. You know what they did? Because when you said having a carrot at the backside with Dave Chappelle, the guy passed out drunk. And, you know, he's a little heavy guy, so he opened up his belt and was eating and fell on the couch like that and kind of on his side. They rolled him over on his stomach, right? They took egg white, just the white part, went up in the kitchen, got 2 or 3 egg whites, right? Pulled his pants down, right?
Oh my God.
Mixed some Bengay in the egg white and took like a plastic spoon and smeared it in his backside. So you got egg white, this stuff that looks like dried up ejaculate. Your backside is burning, right? And they pulled his pants down and left him and left out the house.
That will mess you up. No, that's not funny.
No, it's not.
That is not funny. No.
You gotta be getting to something like that. What the fuck? Why would I want to suck with somebody else's ass? What the hell?
No, that's not good to do to nobody. But the guy was kind of like a prick, right? I'm not saying nobody deserved that, but for the while that he came around them, right? The next 2 days, he wait, he came around them, and everybody's talking normal, and everybody acting cool, and he was like this. He just forget my smile. He just looking at him. Like, he didn't tell nobody. He just looking
which one of you did it?
Right. He couldn't say anything because like he was kind of a prick, but he thought like everybody left and there was one person left and they did that to him. So he's just like, hey, what's up, man? You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Just,
That's really mean.
That to nobody. That's a violation, but they say he was very much a prick. He was like an a-hole and it was like, you know, inconsiderate, condescending, and just to see him just like just looking. He knew what it was. And when they broke out laughing, he knew it was a joke, but he didn't know if it was something that somebody did real because the man's backside is on fire. And
oh my gosh.
Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong. That's messed up.
Yeah, and it says that's sexual battery. You went and touched him without
No, I know. But he wasn't gonna come forward in them days. This was back in the 70s. And I was younger.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I was younger, so I'm like, y'all are weird. Don't do nothing like that to me. I'll run through.
I know, right? What the hell?
Trust me.
Yeah, that's
but you wouldn't have been drinking either.
No,
yeah, that's extremely not weird.
Yeah. But he was the nicest person after that.
Of course. Of course.
No, but see, this is the same guy who he was in college at the time. And, you know, he wasn't the Casanova type. He was Mean but funny, right, Eric? Right? He wasn't the Casanova type, so he didn't get that kind of attention. Like they had the plain Jane. That's not for me to say, but that's just what it was. And he was driving this young lady home who lived close to him from the college that they went to. This was in Queens, right? And so he's okay, I'll ride with you, whatever. So he convinced her to come back to his home, his parents were there because he was younger, but he had his car and he was in college. I think he was maybe 20 years old or something like that. Not, at that point we thought he might have been a nice guy, but that was the beginning of his little prickhood, Right. So he convinces her he has to go to the bathroom, come on over, maybe we should chill a little bit, laugh, and look over our work. But she's still fine. She wasn't thinking anything funny at all. So she went downstairs. He put the videos on for her and put got her something to drink. He didn't slip nothing to drink. He didn't do nothing like that. But something got into him where he said to himself, I kind of like her. She's downstairs in the basement. My parents are not home. And when they do come home, they don't come down to the basement. They go straight upstairs or stay on the first floor. I'm going to go downstairs naked. And that's what he did. And the girl said,
that's a prick.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So she's watching the movie and it's kind of dark down there, but she felt safe because she knew where he lived and, didn't know his parents good, but it's in the community, right? So he's sitting there talking to her, leaning up against the thing. And he couldn't get her attention. So he's sitting there in the basement with her naked and she's talking. I think he gave her some ice cream after that, something like that when he had his clothes on. And she's, yeah, so-and-so, and got up and ran to him like a linebacker, knocked him down naked, ran up the steps 3 steps at a time, and the father and the mother would come to the front door. She ran out and almost knocked the father down and ran through the place.
That's sexual harassment. What the hell?
Who is this? Because they didn't really know her. She knew of them. When you're a little kid and you know parents, but you never really get to know them in the neighborhood or 2-3 blocks over, but you know their son or daughter. Yeah. She ran out and she screamed the whole way down the block.
Oh my God.
He hurt himself on his chin.
He's in shock.
He didn't know the parents were home. So he's sitting there naked and the father looking down and he knew what it was. She ran out screaming and he's in there naked. Why would you do that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is a prick. What the hell?
Well, we got to get naked at the same stage. I'm not going to be naked. You're not naked. You might lie and so you change your mind and run out screaming, maybe like a pervert.
Especially if you don't know if the woman liked you like that. What the hell?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's some Bill Cosby creepy shit right there. What the hell?
No, but we would ride the train the times that I was around them and a couple other fellas. And this was even younger, right? And I was much younger, but I was always hanging around all the guys. And Kevin Clark, he knows who it is, right? We would dare him to do things, right? Dare him to act crazy. And he would get on the train. And this is embarrassing, man. This is back in the 70s. He'd stand up in front of the door. It's I almost called his name too. Bet you won't act crazy. Yeah, nothing brings no shame to me. So he got up. I'll never forget this. And I didn't want to be known that I was with him on the train. He walked over, stood in front of the door, and he started saying something under his breath. Come, hot come, hot come. I'm like, yo, is he saying hot come? And he looked up the chin. People started backing away from this guy, right? The pimples on his face. Oh, you know what, Empress Elegy? There's a picture of me with him.
Oh yes. I have that.
So that was imagine him sitting there. He'd be a very serious guy, but his sense of humor was off. It was don't come over here near me. You ain't with me. Everybody's looking at him and people were giggling and laughing, and he kept doing it. I mean, he did it from Roosevelt all the way to Lexington Avenue.
Stop it.
People getting on the train, hot come. They starting to get on the train, they got off and went up another door. I'm like, yo, I'm getting off this car. So all of a sudden, a cop comes in. You can walk between some of the trains. So he was hot. He stopped. The cop didn't know. He looking did somebody call the cops? And he kept going. And then the cop closed the other door to go to the next car. And he saw the hot come, and the whole train busted out because they knew he wasn't crazy. He stopped.
Stupid. Oh my God.
A sick puppy. Oh God.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, that is a prick. What the hell?
And he don't even look like the kind of person that will be saying that. But then again,
yeah. I mean, he's years older than me, but I kind of like, people thought we were like the same age or whatever, but he was the kind of guy that and I was never a club person, and this is like other guys who hung out with him. I think I went with them one time. I think we went to Bentley's, and it didn't happen that night. He mentioned it, but he would get drunk. I mean, I wouldn't want to ride with him anyway. He'd ride us in, and I'm like, yo, I'll take the train because you too drunk, man. You need to just leave your car, do something, let somebody else drive. And he didn't want nobody else to drive, but he'd get drunk. He'd call you up. Come on, man, let's go to the club. Let's go to the club. So what does that mean? You're going to ride me over there. You none of us were driving, but you're going to take us all over there, right? You asking, you call us. Come on, man, you want to go to the club with me? So if I tell you I want you to ride with me, that means I'm going to ride you and bring you back. Why would he get to the daggone club and everything's good? He's dancing and stuff, and we knew that he was getting more drunk because he'd get drinks. I wouldn't drink. He would get out to get juice or something like that. He's dancing and spilling half the stuff, and he's not even dancing with a woman. He would start out, he just all over, leave the woman all there. He's just drunk, just right? And then he'd come back almost when it was time to go, and we're standing there, and he's looking at everybody with resentment. So what y'all looking like me like that for? Oh,
yeah, you need to drive us back home. That's what's up.
No, right. No, here's what he say. The drunk, he'd get drunk. I ain't no damn cab. I ain't no damn cab. You ain't riding back with me. No, nobody wanted to go with him because he'd leave everybody out there.
No,
Not that you couldn't take the train, but come on, man.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
One guy was for yourself.
No, that's wrong.
No, it was wrong.
Nah, he was a prick. What the hell? Nah.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about the Ben Gay and the egg whites. That's what I'm trying to say.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
Wow. I'm not even gonna. I mean, he was not that of a catch. Anyway.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's not for me to say.
It is
so you know how he looks like. Okay,
I do. No catch at all.
That's what's
we'll be out somewhere, and it's not like, again, it was always circumstantial. Like, we might run into each other in the city for whatever reason, because I went to the high school art and design, and he worked out in the city. And said, hey, let's ride the train home together, whatever. And then he would try to talk to women that were about 4 years older than me, 4 or 5 years older than me. So you saw the picture of me when I was 15. So imagine him trying to talk to a 21, 22-year-old. It was embarrassing because they're like, well, what's up with your friend? And I'm sitting here 15 years old, 16 years old.
You didn't look like no 15-year-old, that's for sure.
There's something wrong. Because when I was 15, folks thought I was older to a point. And now that I'm much older, they're like, oh no, you're not 58. So I'm like, it's kind of cool because it broadened my range with certain things. That's why I have all the stories that I do.
Yeah, you do have stories.
Oh, I got stories on top of stories. We got to get Kevin and Jack Griffin on the line, bring some stuff up.
I wish they would come in on the line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to them and see. I know, Kevin will. Not that Jack won't, but different personalities and stuff like that. Privacy and for different reasons, professionally and different things too. So
right.
But what I'll do maybe, Empress Ella, is do like a conference line, and they'll know you're there and just have you come on and have them just roast me.
Oh,
you will laugh so hard. And of course, I have to have Beatrice there too, so she can witness it also. Y'all just sit back in the stands and just enjoy. And they'll bring some stuff up. Don't say that one. Don't tell that one. Don't tell. And it's hard to shame me. And they're going to dig up stuff. I'll be like, yo, why you going to talk about that one? And
damn.
It's not look cool. I'm not some cool person that I'm always the winner or the hero in the story now. Trust me.
So why haven't those things been shared? I mean, like, seriously.
No, I haven't hid them. It's just that, they can bring it out a lot better. It wouldn't sound right the way I would tell it. If you hear them tell it, oh man, it's hilarious. My thing is delivery. And I can tell you what happened, right? But they can they can say it better. Oh man. I'd say the time we all went to the adult bookstore and I had on Black.
No.
Do tell.
And I sat in the wrong seat.
Do tell.
And they were like, yo, what's all that white stuff on your pants, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro, that is like
I was mad. I was mad.
Throw up time.
But they let me ride with the but he like spread out all these newspapers on the seat. And like, you better not get that stuff on my seat. Like I could do it. I
would have been pissed. Oh God. Drive me to Macy's. Let me get some pants.
I got one for you. I got one for you. This is back in 1981.
Okay.
And there was this woman who would call up all the gyms. I found out that she would call all the gyms in the New York City area, right? And there was a local gym that I can't say I worked there, but it was a neighborhood gym. We were like family. So the owner, Junior, let me have the keys. I'd open it for him, and he'd give me little things, some expensive vitamins, different things. So I was young, so it was cool.
Right.
It was like he was making a ton of money, so I was just glad to be there. The summertime of 1980 was I spent a lot of time there. Anyway, the phone would ring. Hello, baby. I'm like, hello, hi. Who's this?
Who's this?
Oh, this is Jackie. Jackie who? And then they bust out talking about what act they wanted to perform on me. And I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? But I found out that even when I did the same thing in another gym in Ridgewood, Queens, because I would always work late, me and my training partner, the owner would be like, yo, I'm giving you the keys. Keep the keys. You know the alarm. But I always had a lot of trust that way. So they always knew Jackie always knew when the gyms would close up. So it had been like about a year since I heard this person. And so, and usually it's people calling like to find out the prices or whatever. So you don't even pick it up. But I was by the phone. So I was like, hello, and usually it would be the owner saying he got in and how's everything? How long you gonna be there? So he ringing in one time and then call back again. But this person or somebody rung one time. I picked it up. Hello, baby. I was like, oh my God. That's Jackie. So, I'm a little older now and I'm like, what's up? I want you to meet me. I want you to come by me. I want you to meet me and we can but there was conversation, over time. It wasn't just one phone call. I kind of got to know this person, right? And it was bugging me, and it was bugging me. And they lived on, was it the east side of a Stuyvesant town. I'll never forget it. Yes, Stuyvesant town. And I was bold, you know what I mean? I was like, I'll come out and meet you. You come outside or whatever have you. And they convinced me, no, I don't want to come. The neighbors might think, and they'll see me and they'll think something funny because the way you're built and I'm conservative and all it was kind of, and they kept talking this horny talk. So I'm a young guy with all these hormones jumping. So I go over there and they told me the apartment and I rang the bell and the door swung open. Now remember Star Wars when Darth Vader had the mask taken off to Luke, my son. That was Jackie with the same woman voice. Hello, baby. How you doing? Looking like Darth Vader with the liver spot. I turned around. I was like, man, I hit the elevator and I was like, nah, let me just take the steps. I was out of there. It was a big man with a big gown on, old, big head, looking like a monster. The dark circles and the bumps and the warts. Hello, baby. Come on inside. Don't make my appearance turn you off.
It's like the midget lady that your friend went to visit, on the wheelchair.
And they were
you got tricked too.
And it was a straight woman's voice. They practiced it. Baby, come back. Come back, baby. What? Yeah, Jackie. And the phone would ring.
Oh my God.
In the gym, some dudes would stay there a little later because we were there like, Lance, you're gonna stay an extra hour. I want to hit my legs after this. Oh, come on, you can stay, no problem. And the phone would ring. Hello, baby. Didn't know it was me. I cut the phone. Hold on. Hey, Jack, come over here. What? It's a girl want to talk to you.
That's a creep. Why would you do things like that? That's a creep.
Oh man.
Yeah, why would you do things like that?
Hello, baby. I'll never forget that. Hello. And call all these different gyms. So over the years that I trained, I would inquire. I say, does anybody call the gym want to talk to some bodybuilder? Yeah, we get that. So there were people who were actually going over there with Darth Vader. Now, you remember when they took the mask, the thing off of Darth Vader, and you saw what he looked like? Luke, my son.
Damn.
Let me see. No, I'm going to pull up one and drop it in the room. Let me see. Darth Vader unmasked. It looked just like that. It was frightening. It's like a monster. I'm 5'7", 145 pounds with a 29. No, you weren't. You about 300 pounds at 6'3", and 50 pounds of it was heavy.
Wow, gosh.
Let me see if I could.
Yeah, find it.
Ouch, yeah.
Ouch, ouch.
When he was laying there about to die. Luke, my son. I could never see that.
Your father.
I am your father.
I am your father.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
No!
You saw that, right?
That's how you were.
Yeah. And that little stuff going on in the face right there looked just like it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Where is it? I missed it. What did I miss?
Okay, let me see if I can just put the image address inside the room. It may not come up. Let me just see if it comes up right, because sometimes they put like extra stuff on it so you can't see it. All right, there it is. Let me know if you could. You should be able to pull that up. That's what this dude, Jackie, looked like, sounding like a woman. I put the link in the room right now.
Hi.
Huge punk in them. Yeah.
Hello, baby. Hold on.
You know,
unbelievable.
Just like even worse. The face was just and tall and looked like it just looked like an alien because they had this big looking gown
Oh
on.
my gosh. Yes. Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And the head was actually wider. And the face, the eyes were like red, like bloodshot, and they had them little warts on the face.
I'd beat his ass if I was a guy. I'd beat his ass.
They had the other thing. Bright red lipstick.
Hello, baby.
Like that.
No.
Yep.
I beat him.
I ran under there and I'm walking down the street, turning behind me. You know, and I was trying, like, what was that thing looking to do with me? As strong as I was, you know, oh man. It was crippling. Yep, that's exactly what he looked like. Can't be alive now.
That is frightening. That is absolutely frightening.
Yeah, and tall. And when they opened the door, hello, baby. And the eyes just like that with red and the warts. And the head was big and white. It was frightening. Like when I went
terrible
home,
joke. Terrible. That's a very poor taste.
Yeah. Poor taste.
Probably he finds men who are like into that stuff, but
no, but there was some I heard on the grapevine that actually, and one dude was like, yeah, I know Jackie for years, never did anything with him, but this dude was gay, so they kind of ran with each other somehow. A black gay guy. I understand that. Yeah, I know Jackie. Yeah, she plays. He says she all the time. She plays pranks like that all the time. Somebody's gonna turn up dead.
Jackie dead. That's right.
For real.
That's right.
I couldn't sleep if a window had blinds. I don't care how high up, third floor, second floor, you had to close that window. Had to put the blind, because in my mind, I want to look at and see that head looking at me. Hello, baby.
Yeah, that's creepy. You know, it's like, those men who like gay men who think they can turn you gay, or like lesbian who think they can turn you.
Turn you? Ain't nobody turning me.
You cannot turn a person.
You cannot turn a person. That's right.
No. You gotta have that in you.
You trying to turn them is like you just act just like those homophobes who say homosexuality is a choice. You're the same thing. Basically, you're
But
telling them they have the choice to turn. No, you can't do that.
But that's like homo MSG. It just brings the flavor out. If you did that and you said you weren't, did it, you had it in you dormant. You know, I know guys in jail, man, that they ain't going for that. I knew some guys who got comfortable to do these things, but they already had it in them. And I've had dudes that were punks in jail say, listen, they had it in them. It's like, you ain't turning nobody any kind of way. I don't care if you act a certain way, whatever have you. And these guys that they say, oh, I was turned out there. No, you were a big grown strapping man. There are dudes in there that would masturbate until the cows come home, but they ain't gonna do nothing with no man. And they locked up in a cell with that dude that they can almost get away with stuff. And they were the punks said, Lance, could you put me in a different cell? I'm bored here. I said, no, I ain't gonna facilitate that. You know what I mean? But they would the punks in the jail, they would tell you everything that's going on because half the dudes in there they were messing with. They tell you who bringing drugs in, who's got illegal tattoo machines. Wow. Deals in there getting blowjobs, you know, all the stuff. There's a lot of dirt in them places.
Yeah, that's remind me of that guy that became really famous. Because like, you know, makeup social media celebrity, James Charles. And, you know, and I think, was it the year before? And a whole bunch of victims were coming out of the woodlock saying that he either sexually molested them or sexually harassed them.
Oh, man.
You know?
Really?
Yeah, and he's a kid. He's not even he's a teenager. That's fucked up, man. He's a teenager.
T-shirt.
You're already a sexual predator. That's the thing. If you reject him, he goes all over social media platforms trashing you.
What?
Yeah, bullying and that's wrong. That's just wrong.
Try that with me. But folks, no, hell no. First of all, he knows. He'd have to know.
Yeah.
His dentist will be rich.
He's trying to smother them. Like I buy them tickets, taking them to Coachella. I mean, what kind of thirsty? You know you ain't get. Why would you just, you know, like you know where that is going? Okay.
Exactly.
I don't agree with him sexually battering you and sexually harassing you, but you is thirsty. Okay.
Exactly.
You're thirsty.
You know there's a price to be paid for that.
You know where this is going. Okay.
That's right.
I don't agree with him trashing men reputation. That's wrong. That's just, especially some man just like you. That's wrong. But then again, he's not a man. He's a thing. Because I don't consider you being a person anymore doing stuff like that. You're a thing.
Hello, Jackie looking like Darth Vader with no mask.
Exactly. You know, I mean, that's an ultimate sexual predator, and that he is because he has the mythomania. He lies non-stop. He's narcissistic and that obvious that psychopathic sexual predator.
Kind of homos. Yeah.
I mean, how can you be you're not even 18 yet and you're already a sexual predator? That's some fucked up shit right there, man.
That's crazy.
That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, because even he shows the videos of himself on Instagram showing all cute with his makeup and his cute skirt. Like, dude, that don't mean shit. The guys are straight. They ain't gonna fuck you. That don't mean nothing. They're thirsty, but they're straight. You cannot turn a straight man. It does not. It's not gonna work.
But that's the ultimate turn on for a lot of these homosexuals. Like, they'll be around a lot of other homosexuals who might act straight, but they know that they're gay. And it's like, no, that's not appetizing as much as a guy I know is straight and ain't gay.
No, that's wrong. That's just wrong.
Right. It's a waste of time for a lot of people too. You know, but there are a lot of guys who got that in them.
Yeah, you get beat down if you're.
This is why it really pissed me off. They take this, they flip it around and saying that you're homophobic. This is why that really pissed me off.
Okay.
That's exactly, because you don't go for that stuff. Like really, you know, you play in the doodle. I don't do that, but that's you.
Yeah, that's wrong, man. That's just wrong.
Like they played in the backyard when they had a dog.
That's what he did because the guys
like
didn't want to be with him. He trashed him, calling them all kind of homophobic.
Oh, you heard that.
And the thing is, I don't understand is
you see without looking. I hear, okay?
Oh man.
I hear.
The thing that really annoys me, bugs me the most is this guy is still famous. This guy is still idolized.
He's got
That's crazy.
The guy's a sexual predator and he's still idolized. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. Why is he not even in jail? He should be in jail.
Because that's a sexual predator.
It's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the filthier you are, the more they idolize you. It just
not only that,
yeah,
it's the community in the entertainment world and that whole stuff with decadence. They're connected to a lot of other people, and it's like you see these guys who are flaming. You think they're by themselves? There's other guys with them who positions of power. It's almost like years ago with so-called Bishop Eddie Long in Georgia. Was it Alpharetta? Some part of Georgia. When with the kids, the young men, the teenagers that he took on trips, and evidently they found that, they accused him of sexual molestation, but he seduced them with all the gifts and whatever, even though the parents and the mother, like, what are you doing all this for my child for? But see, here's the thing. He tried to say he didn't want to ever admit it. I don't think he ever admitted anything. He even did a little sermon going against it. But why did you pay the money? Why did you pay the money? And where'd the money come from? It's not just you. To me, he didn't want to have an investigation go on because to me, he was connected to, and he was connected to sheriffs and politicians and top.
And maybe that's why they killed him.
But yeah, not only that, but that's why he didn't want to have it come out with a further investigation and just pay them the money to shut them up, because if he went to the cell phone and all the cell phone records, a lot of other people would have got exposed.
Implicated,
they say whatever. Gave him that injectable bad boy. And he talking about he's on a vegan diet and trying to lie. On a vegan diet, you suck down to nothing like a prune.
He probably had to agree to that too. He had to agree to whatever they did to him. They weren't gonna they weren't gonna kill him quickly.
Or we put a bullet in your head. Yeah, that's not funny. But that's crazy.
Yep, it is. It's a crazy world we're living in. Crazy world.
It's interesting that you would always hear that he took care of the people in his church, his congregation. Like if they had any, well, that's what I'm saying. When you think about it now, it's like Eric said, hush money. If he was messing with any of these children, boys, young men, he would pay off the family. Give the parents, give the whomever some money, and they probably turn a blind eye.
Yes, this is for the rental of your child's anus. That's sick, but that's what it really is. When you look at it, if you break it down, there's nothing you can really say like, oh man, that's terrible, that's not funny. That's what they were doing. That's like I always say, that's like you getting mad at the weatherman for saying it's gonna rain, but you walk out there with no umbrella and you get mad at him because you got wet. He told you. Man. He told you. You just feel dumb because you were warned and you didn't do nothing about it.
Yep.
Oy.
What is that? Okay.
Digesting all of this stuff. It's like a good meal. Like you sit there and there's like 2 minutes of silence.
Of silence. I know. It's like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, right? Again, let me get a little bit more of that. I'm going to tell you that straight up today, my appetite was off the chain. I ate so much food today, but I ate so much and I drank so much. And even like growing up, I would playing softball in the mid-70s with friends of mine, and I was always drinking liquid, not alcohol or what. I'm just saying water or whatever have you. So I noticed there were growth spurts when that would happen. So I'm like, what's happening to me now at 58 years old?
Having a growth spurt.
I'm telling you. No. A growth spurt for somebody 58 years old is that they don't just shrink the inch; they just maintain that year, right? Yeah. Another big thing of apple juice, and you see me with the almond, the
Milk.
almond milk, and I drank 4 big things of water, and then I ate
Wow.
the potatoes with the meat replacement vegan things. I went back for more. With some vegan cookies, and I ate half of them. Blah, and that's after eating breakfast.
What?
Yeah, but I feel, Yeah.
I wonder why.
Only we know that secret. Right? Listen, what is he talking about? Yeah, I just, when you start working out, these things happen. That's right. Look at Beatrice. I love your smile, Beatrice.
I love the show, man. I like that kind of ambience. It's not always like so serious, although we talk serious talks. Yeah.
Yeah. You're strong today.
Yeah, good for you.
Well, knock the table over. I could knock the table over with my hands held up like this.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, did I say that?
Oh gosh! Well,
yeah.
Things at work.
That's right. Things.
Yeah.
So, Beatrice,
yes.
What is the weirdest thing that you would consider weird that you've witnessed or heard about, experienced, or what? We talked about a lot of things tonight, and like I said, I'm gonna go on a little longer, but I'm gonna probably fall out and go to sleep or whatever. But I'm not gonna end it right now. But let's get into it. Let's just cut
snap.
Off, just go all out.
Snap. He's putting you on the spot, Beatrice. Come now. Come now.
In the meantime, I'm gonna hit the restroom again because all this food I ate must be.
I wouldn't say weird because I'm so used
to. Go ahead.
I remember when I was in Orlando, I was dating this guy, and I don't know. We were like, how do you call it? We were hanging out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we were kissing, and then out of the blue, the guy just dropped his pants in his drawers. And he's like, "Could you finger me, please?" Okay, whatever.
Where were you?
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I started doing it, but damn. It's like I have one figure, then it's like it's loose. I'm like, I got 2. Like, how many figures I have to put in there? Jesus!
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, 2 was even $2.99.
Oh gosh! Stop it! Stop it!
But then I had to wash my hands because he didn't wash his hands. That's disgusting. But whatever for his boat.
Listen, were you getting paid for it?
No. That I should have gotten it.
See that Beatrice.
Yes. After that, is the guy that asked me to rape. I'm like, whoa.
Oh God.
I'm like,
Mr. would never have gotten any fingers.
I know, right? Like, no, that's okay. I'll tell you what was weird. It was just like, just like Glenn says on Craigslist, and so I put in a post as a dominant woman. For some reason, men just assume that they're gonna get fucked in the ass when you say dominant.
Is that right?
And I had this guy who emailed back and sent a picture of his anus. It was a turn off right then and there, man. It was weird.
Oh, because
the anus looked like lips. So instead of being tight in, it was tight out. It was puckering out.
Are you serious?
Like,
hell. Yeah, listen, I might have to take your terminology now. I might have to get the T-shirt made for me.
I'm like, I think I'm good. No, I think I'm good. That's cool. I even won. He sent me a video. I'm like,
What?
I'm watching. Yeah, he squat, and I'm watching him squatting on the camera. I'm like, and then before I know it, something's coming out of his ass. It's a vibrator that he just pooped out.
What the hell is going on around here?
I'm like,
I think I live in an alternate universe. I swear to God,
I'm like, I think I'm good. I'm good. Oh, that's not as bad. There's one guy. I went out with him because and just like when you see in the movie when the girls on the guy, yeah, honey, yeah. Well, that was me in the bottom, and the guy was like that on top of me. Man, that was so. I don't know if I was traumatized, but he was jumping so hard on that vibrator. He popped every condom I put on it, man. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Every condom he was like jumping, it would stick out, and he pops a condom. I put another one, and he's just yes.
So what? Okay, hold on a second. Wait. Hold on. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Hold on a second. What do you need a condom on a vibrator for? Just because?
Well, you
to
might
make
use
it easier?
No, you might use another man.
Oh, okay. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
If it's silicone, like bleach or whatever, it's not going to take off the germs. So you put them.
Right.
I had to throw it away at the end because, come on, man. That was exhausting.
Oh my
and he
God.
was jumping so hard on it that he would rip the vibrator off the harness. It's like I had to every time readjust it again. It's like, yeah. Like, oh, what?
This is too much.
Yeah, I was in shock. And I'm like, okay. What is that? But this is where I'm even more in shock. The next day, he accused me of giving him disease. I'm like, well, you were on my thing, so how I could... And I'm like, it's been less than 24 hours. How you got a venereal disease in less than 24 hours? That ain't no goddamn sense what you're saying.
Right.
Especially if it was a dong. It wasn't me, so... And I did put a condom on it, so...
That's crazy. And you were on the bottom. So he was bouncing around on you. On the bottom.
Yes.
God, dog. This is okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, I don't know. It's the men you would never guess that or that. It's always like, the bushy alpha male. They're the one who likes that stuff. The guy you would never thought, they're the one who likes that.
Right. Listen. I could never understand because in my simple mind, you're thinking gay guys, whatever, they're gonna look a certain way. These manly men are not supposed to be gay in my simple mind.
Yeah.
That's a waste. That's a waste of a good man.
Sense, when you do it, it's because it really excites the prostate, and it's like a double, or it's twice the orgasm that you're doing. That it's twice the orgasm that feel like by ejaculating. That's what it is.
Right. No, I understand the concept. I understand what it's all about, but it's just seeing a very manly, masculine-looking man, it just messes up. It just messes up in my head. Yeah,
like the guy who wanted me to rape him was a big, tall, buff motherfucker. Because the fact you said rape, I'm like, whoa, wait, no.
That's a waste.
Because some men have fantasy, they want to be kidnapped, they want to be gang raped. Like, hey. That no, because there was this. You can find it on YouTube. I think it was with Vice, where she would meet men who will have this fantasy of being kidnapped. And of course, she would make them sign something because if this shit goes south, then they will turn around and sue you.
Right.
Because me, when he said that, oh no, you got to sign something. Because I ain't doing it like that. No. Because I had one like that. He said he want to be punished. He want this. I'm like, okay. But he did not. He didn't. He wasn't into the penetrating thing. It's just he want to be okay. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, I oiled my hands, and I told him, strip. And I told him, get on your knees, back, you're back facing me. Okay.
Right.
And I started slapping the shit out of his ass. Woo! Because it hurts more with the hands. Woo! His butt turned red, like. He was like, please stop. Please.
I think I would do that. Yeah. Beat his ass.
For
yes.
It.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
I would do that. Mm-hmm.
But I did not stop. He's like, if you say stop, then I have to stop. Yeah, because no, with the Me Too, fuck that, man. You tell me stop, I stop. Forget it. Don't mess with that.
But did he say stop?
Yeah, because it hurts. So he started crying. I'm sorry. But then the guy turned weird because he's like, "Where are the cameras? I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, it was obsessed with me having cameras. But that wasn't the weirdest, though. The weirdest, but I didn't do anything with this guy, but it was weird to see a man posting on Craigslist that he want to train, like run over him. And he posted the room, the address, and the motel he was in. And he said, whoever would come in, he wanted that. No, wanted them raw. Like, yeah, use them as they want. That's a sexual thing. That's crazy.
What?
That is crazy. Yeah, he showed his face. He had the sub uniform, like the leather uniform, and he was ready for it. I saw that post every night. I'm like, whoa. Not for a whole week. A whole week. And if he has the post there, people went. People went there.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's dangerous. Yeah, that's
very.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Because you didn't vet who's coming in. You don't know who's coming in. Nah, that's dangerous. Because, there was this thing, and that was it in the Craigslist? Or was it in the Christian Mingle?
Christian Mingle?
There's a lot of rape that happened. Men raping. Yeah, there's a lot of sexual predators in Christian Mingle. So, I don't know if they clean up their act, but there's, several rape. Yeah, from Christian Mingle. But, I think, because there was this site that's called Backdoor. It's just like Craigslist. And all those sites they had to close. Craigslist had to close that section, and Backdoor had to close too. So this guy had the fantasy of having 2 women dominating him. But that shit went south quickly. Because what the girls did, they tied him up with the phone cord, and they started beat the shit out of him with the phone. Then they called their man, and they drug him to the bank, had him empty all his bank accounts, and then they dragged him back to the motel and have the man beat the shit out of him.
Oh wow!
What did I walk in the middle of?
Yeah. So imagine he said the guy how embarrassed he is to call the police and tell them that you were beaten up by 2 women, but actually you kind of hired those 2 women to beat on you. It went south. Yeah, that was in the news. That is
Wow.
messed up. So the reason why, like, backdoor or the personal
Back page.
section of, yeah,
Yeah.
We
yeah,
talked about what we call the back door. That's funny.
yeah, no, there was backdoor. They're closed out. It's because Trump passed a bill, anti-human trafficking bill, where there's certain regulation where those sites have to regulate who are you using it and who is talking to who.
Right.
Yeah, and just because of that, all those they shut down. All those stuff they shut down. But what happened is all those freaks they flooded plenty of fish, Tinder, and this started flooding those instead now.
Well, you know, with that Craigslist, you put an S on Craig, and it takes you to a whole. Well, I don't know if it does it now, but if you put an S on Craig, it takes you to a whole different place.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. I found that out in a room full of young people.
Wow.
With my computer open, looking.
Let me just say real quick.
Yeah.
Let me just quick, brother Eric. You got to cool out with those little smart remarks you make, man. You know what I mean? You know, Empress Elegy has embraced you and encouraged you, and you know, you don't say things like that. I mean, we're joking on the show, but like, you don't just come out and say, you know, like, because you know, if it was a troll, it was like, okay, boom, we're gonna get you out of here. But don't say that. She's been very nice to you, and that's very disrespectful. So don't say it again, because anybody can get steamrolled. But anyway, go ahead, Beatrice.
Yeah. Because shit, they already moved it from. Oh yeah, now it's not called person, it's called connection. That's where you go on Craigslist now. So you got a community, and yes, but it's not the same. Like before, they would tell you like sub for male sub for male dom, or like buy male for buys this. Now it's different. Now it's
really?
Now it's way different. Now it's like this how they post. Oh, I met you there. We had a coffee. We did this and that. I'm like, oh, but we never exchanged number. So you respond to that ad. I mean, to me, that I don't know. That's kind of turned off. Like, what do you mean? I don't know, man. Like, I mean, there's a mystery in it, but dude, I don't know you. What the fuck? I met you there. Fuck this now. That's why I prefer, like, you know, like the dating side. I can say exactly who I'm messing with. Like, nah.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, so I learned that the hard way. When you go like a Christian, but I never been to Christian Mango, but all them dating side, even because I've been also to eHarmony, and what's the one for MSN? What's the name of it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. Because after there's after eHarmony is that one. But those both of the match.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All them dudes that put on their profile that they're single and they're looking for a long-term relationship. All of them are married, and all of them are looking for booty calls.
Oh man!
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, Miami. Yeah, and Miami have to be very also firm and discriminative of who you give your phone number to when it comes to men or women. It doesn't matter. Because especially if it's not professional, before you know it, you get a dick picture or a pussy picture on the phone. That's just fucking weird. I don't know who put in their mind that is a turn on, that is not. It's just fucking weird, man.
Imagine the thoughts that's going through their head. They're like,
imagine, you know, when I was in the base, there was this guy who came from California, and he's black, and he's not used to this bullshit. And he started talking to this Latina girl, and the girl said that he was automatically turned on. He wanted nothing to do with her anymore. You know, even though it could be cute, but it's a turn off. It's not a turn on at all. It's not.
Right.
You already, you sell yourself short. You know, I already know everything about you. There's no mystery.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not interested anymore. So, like, it's kind of gross.
I already see it.
Exactly. And usually a guy does that, you already know he ain't gonna do shit in bed.
True.
Yeah,
true,
I learned that. Yeah,
true,
they ain't gonna do shit in bed, especially that compulsive sexter texting all kind of nasty shit on that. You already know what's up. You ain't gonna do shit in bed. You ain't gonna do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know about that.
I got so on there. I'm like, you already know what's up. I told him. I told him. No, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit in bed. That's why you're texting all that bullshit. You know, get the fuck out of my face. Now, from experience, I know. You know, like a man who know what they're doing. They don't talk compulsive sex like that. They don't do that. Yeah, it's inappropriate. Because the men, they have nothing to prove. You already know somebody who's very insecure who's doing stuff like that. Actually,
what are they usually saying?
It goes to sexual quickly, like what kind of position you like. It always straight up. That's why I don't like to give my phone number. Because when I'm like, I ask them, please do not send a picture of your dick. I do not want to see it. It's fucking weird. Yeah, every time I said straight up, do not.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, please do not. I do not want to see it. It's fucking weird, and they still do it. Like it's a dare. It's not a dare, motherfucker. I don't want to see it.
And this is before y'all have met.
Yes. I haven't meet your ass. I haven't even speak. I'm just texting and I already know how your dick look like. That's fucking weird. There was one guy, we were talking, okay? And it was platonic. We didn't go there. And out of the blue, he texts me his dick. I'm like, what is this? But then now he got sassy with me. He wanted me to show mine. I'm like, no.
What, your dick?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I'm like, no. Yeah, but they show me a titty. No. Show me a titty. I'm like, no. But wait. When you realize I ain't gonna show him shit.
Did I hear you say, show me a tit?
Yeah, show me a titty. I'm like, no. But then wait. Now he's like, how many men you slept in your life before? Like, why you slept? And he's like, oh, but we slept with such many men. Why you cannot show me? You're like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
It's a sexual census.
What kind of manipulation bullshit is this? I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, we're done. Bloop, I block his phone. We're done. Fuck this. Yeah, I miss the old day when the big ass were like, bang, I'm done with your ass.
That's right. That's right. Slam that phone.
Okay, now it's like, bloop, block your ass.
Man,
There's no fun in there, you know. There's no fun. You know, it's not the same thing. We're like, fuck you, bam. Now it's like, bloop.
I know, it's like a wet rag.
Raw and uncut.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, let me stop. I could say so much more.
Like, oh man.
Okay, let me behave myself. See, Beatrice and Brother Lance ain't gonna get me out of character. It ain't happening on this. It ain't happening on this here show.
Good ways to do it. Yes.
That getting me out of character.
Yeah. Character.
My character.
Burp.
Nah, that's one reason why I just stopped dating, man, in South Florida, because this is some fucked up shit, man. Every goddamn man, every last one of them, they want to show you dick. I don't want to see a dick. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. I don't want to see it.
It's an exhibition. It's a shock.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to see it. It's weird. Exactly. I don't want to see it. You know, at least let me dine me.
Especially if it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'm like, dye me first. You know?
Mm-mm.
You didn't even take me out. I don't even know like how you sound like. I don't know you personally, and already I know how you did. Once I had a woman sending her stuff to me, and she sent also her daughters. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell am I hearing right now? Like seriously?
Fuck? Yes. She sent her naked picture with her daughter's naked picture. Them laying together, butt naked, showing their shit.
But
I can believe that though. I don't doubt that. I believe you.
I don't roll like that, man. I don't roll like. I mean, I want to sound. I could flog you, humiliate you, but no, I don't. I'm good.
Look at her face.
I'm good.
You don't want to see my face over here. I'm
yeah, man. You putting your daughter in that bullshit? What the fuck?
Oh God, I'm staring into space. I can't even believe what I'm hearing.
You already know what race they are.
Oh yeah.
That's some more West Virginia type stuff.
Yeah, know what race they are. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Yeah, Lady Matthews, her expressions are really priceless.
Oh yeah. I would love to photographer take stills of each one. It would just, you ever see the articles back in the day, like say in a magazine like Esquire or whatever, and they would have an article with an actress, whatever, and they show different faces, and it's like that. Yeah. Some people are just deadpan, but Beatrice gives so many.
Yeah.
Her delivery. It makes it funnier, for real.
Nah, man. Men and mine freak me out, man. I'm good, man. There's actually one, like, we went to Panera. We had a tea, and we were just talking. And he's like, "I'll take you home." I'm like, "Okay," because in my mind, he's taking me home. That's my mind, you know. Because we were like, I know, right? What the fuck? And we were like 2-3 miles from my house. And before you know it, I see a dick coming. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And the guy is just trying to stick it on my face. Like, whoa, what the fuck? No. I think since then, I have apprehension going out with the men. Since that, I'm like, oh.
Wow. No. I can understand that.
Traumatized. No, a lot of these guys don't know reality from I can't even say fantasy, but just reality from what they see with the porn. And they're pornoed up, man. They're just they see it so much. Could you imagine? They're bugging
but that's
you.
The thing too. That there's a psychological study about that. Like those compulsive watchers of porn, it dehumanizes you, and you dehumanize like women or men, because now in your mind you think people are like no, not everybody's like that. Not everybody like that shit. Okay. What
exactly. That's frightening.
It is.
Yeah.
Because now, if I were there, I'm like, where you from? Where you live? You in Miami? Fuck that. Fuck this. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not even giving you. No, I'm not even giving you my phone number. Fuck this, man. We're good.
We're getting the car. My knife is coming out. I'm like, coming up. My knife is coming.
No, forget that.
Something getting chopped off.
It doesn't matter if they're rich, they're poor, they're Latino, Black, Israeli, Russian. It don't matter. Take picture. It doesn't matter.
One level. That's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't. Every last one of them in Miami. It doesn't matter. They have to show you that. I don't know why. I don't want to see a nasty ass dick. I don't want to see it. It's weird.
Because they're proud of it. That's why. They want to show it off.
Pride. Imagine a flat fat.
Remind me that Israeli guy did it. He wouldn't show it. I'm like, whoa, no, dude. I'm really tiny below. Like, this thing not gonna fit. Okay. Yeah, but I want to try. Like, no, man, I'm really tight below. I'm like, no, that shit ain't gonna
Brother
fit.
Lance.
Got music in my head.
Oh, gosh.
Like Rocky, is that all you got? Is it all you got? Give me some more. Is it all you got?
No, not men in Miami. I ain't gonna say that to men in Miami. They're nasty. Forget that.
Eric, whatever it is, let it rest. Forget about it. Whatever it is, forget about it. Just let it go. Let it go.
Oh dear.
Yes. Oh my God, this is too much. This is too much.
And that's the thing too, so I'm Haitian and my mom is very particular. So if I'm gonna date a guy, I have to be able to bring you in my house. I cannot bring you in my house for my family to see you. I'm not gonna see you. So this same guy, so he already was coming in my house. And one morning he came in and he said, "I'm like, why you not coming up?" "Oh, I can't." So I went down. I'm like, "Why you cannot come?" I can't.
You gave him an Obama. Yes, you can.
No, he can't. Because my mom's upstairs and he's ready armed. I can't. But
your mother was looking out the window.
Yeah, my mom was too busy getting ready to go to work. Yeah,
no, she probably looked out and gave him that look that said, "No, no way."
Oh, my mom loved him because he came in a suit. So that's the first time I dated a guy who always come in a nice suit. He had a red suit. So my mom loved him, but the guy was an asshole.
Wow.
I mean, in the beginning was not, but then he turned to a real asshole, and then he started stalking me. So since then, when I see a red car, I'm jumping like, whoa, because
that's frightening. On a serious note, though, really, that just makes dating so hard nowadays.
Yeah.
It really does.
I see a red car. He had like a red car, a Chrysler. Every time I see a Chrysler, I'm jumpy. Like, whoa. Yeah. Because what happened, he just broke out with me. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I'm like, okay. And I moved on. But then every day your car is in front of my house. Every day your car is following me.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's men in Miami, man. Shoot. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm good. Yeah. Good. I'm enjoying the single life. I'm good.
She's enjoying the single.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
No.
No.
My mind is less out there. Excuse me for being so crazy.
That's okay.
No, you're not crazy. You're you. That's not a big deal. You're just you. Just being you. Yeah.
Boy.
I think I'm gonna clock out, guys. Cause Saturday night we do movie night. Me and Mom and George. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. We always do. Nice. We always do it. That Saturday we do movie night.
And I forgot the time too. It's 1:27 over here, but it's still early over there for you. Yeah.
Wow.
Still early. Yeah.
But that's it too. I got the 10 Commandment and I got Gone with the Wind. So tomorrow we'll do Gone with the Wind, and I think next week.
My gosh.
Yeah, because that shit long, man.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
I was on a trocho the other day, and the dude farted so bad. I was glad that was my stop. I was going with the wind.
Yeah, like damn. Damn.
Get over it. Like, man, you stinking, man. What you do that for?
Oh my God.
That's sick.
Look at me like I challenge you to say anything.
He needs a washout.
Yeah, that's inappropriate. What
That's
the
what he says.
hell? This is inappropriate.
He needs a
So
knockout.
you know those people, they do that and then they look around, you know.
Yeah, like come on, man. Obviously something's wrong with your ass too to let it out like that. What the hell?
That was like a crazy straw.
Yeah, what the hell?
Bound up, blocked up. Everything doesn't come out.
Yeah,
Right.
because I remember before I left, it got really crazy in Orlando where they had to put the plexiglass to protect the driver because their riders would just slap or punch drivers.
Yeah.
Messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Nah.
That to happen to me. I was waiting for no. They knew I wasn't a victim. Oh, you what? Punch me? Spit on me? No, I already had it worked out how I was going to get them. I would have stayed back and not break the rules because I knew where all the cameras were. I let them get a punch in. Yeah, I let them get a punch in. I act like I'm falling. I fall right in them, grab them. They're right there in the front, and I'm covering them up. They can't see me in the camera. You're biting my hand. Let go of my hand. Let go of my hand. I mean, I'm choking them. Yeah, gouging their eyes out.
It might make a difference when you record. Yeah, I remember was it in 2007, 2008? Yeah, I wasn't, and I hear because you know when you had the radio, you didn't have the phone yet, and I heard when the driver said that
everybody would hear what was going on.
Yeah, exactly, and it was like a white lady. I recognized her voice, and she said that the rider just slapped her because she couldn't change her $5. Like,
oh no.
You're not responsible for that. They got to come with the
right, what the fuck, man? Why mean you slap somebody because they can change $5 for you? What the fuck?
That's a heck of a situation.
What the fuck?
Nah, they knew. Nah, I'm not a tough guy.
Nah, man. No. No, that's a new level. But what I hated the most in Orlando is you get them tourists who they don't know where they're going. They don't know the location, and they show up to the bus driver with a map. Like, dude,
you're driving.
Okay.
You get the Asians who shove the phone in your face when you're 50 miles an hour. We want to know how to go to OBT to get drugs so we can get high.
With that motherfucker, I Google a place before I go somewhere. Okay, there's Google Maps.
Exactly.
I Googled before I even leave my house. Why can't you do the same?
No,
there's Google in England. There's Google in Germany.
They want you to do everything for them and stop the bus.
Yes.
And like you say, listen, I cannot do this because it's unfair to the other people who want to get to where their destination is on time.
Yeah,
right.
I can't do it. Oh, you're wrong. Yeah. Or the
tourists can have a phone, okay?
And they tell you. You tell them, and then they tell you you're wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. Go on where you're going. That's right.
How can you have a phone with Google Map in it, and you still can bother a bus driver and tell them where you want to go? Like, what the?
No, they're on Facebook. You know what I mean? They're on Facebook and don't want to do anything else.
What the fuck is the phone for? Like,
to send dick pictures to you. Click. We don't even know where we're going. We just need a response from Beatrice Noel. Let me send her.
I know, right? What the hell?
Because half of these men are not sending the real pictures of this stuff. They go online and, that's a long one. Let me take that one.
Oh, God.
A real dark.
Oh, they do that too. They do that. Like, they show you the dick of someone else. Like,
penis fraud.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fraud. Second charge for exposing.
It's not as funky as when you have like people all the way from Nigeria try to the fishes all the way from Nigeria or from Ghana pretending that they're white folks. I'm like, okay. Especially if I'm black just like you and you're trying to trick me. Like, what the fuck?
No, but a lot of them consider us white when we come from America to UK. If we're not,
wow.
Are
you serious?
I'm definitely not white.
Oh, but in their mind, like you're so far, you're an alien from another land and that part of the world. And they just call you the white man. There's a word that they have out here. I keep forgetting what it is, a Bruni or something like that. where that means like a tourist white man. But I'm not white. But
exactly,
it's so far off culturally from where they stand that, and a lot will just look at you funny. Like if you have something on that looks flashy or, you know, slightly flashy, they're looking at you all funny and whatnot because you're not of them. And so, some of them in their mind, that's the way it is. Those who really didn't get around or have a little knowledge of something, you're from a different planet.
That's
and then
great.
Yeah, because actually,
a lot of people who are very sweet and nice, you know.
Yeah, because BBC did a documentary about this, and they were questioning them, why are you doing that? Because, you know, there was because that thing is really like pervasive, like in Europe, where they're defrauding little, you know, those middle-aged women, and they're like, oh, it's because white men, they came here, they took everything from us, so we got to take everything from them. I'm like, you full of shit, because you're trying to fish that fishing bullshit on me, even though I'm not white, so you full of shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's what they tell themselves. A lot of these American black men will say, yeah, I was with the white woman. I'm getting her back for 400 years of slavery. How are you getting her back for 400? You know what I mean? You brainwashed and still in slavery. That's why you want her, because you think she's the person popping. The backside, you just slap a stamp on the backside on the right booty cheek and mail her anywhere in the world. White girls travel rights.
Yeah, but now this is what's going on. They don't use white folks pictures anymore. They use like like Arabs or like other black men, like black men in the military. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, how much, you know, low your self-esteem is to do something so fucked up.
Good, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And worse, you're using an Arab's picture? I'm like, you know how these people are racist? They're more racist than white people.
Arab
I mean, they're oppressors too. So why would you use an oppressor's picture to represent yours? That's fucked up.
For real. It is, though.
It is.
Beyond.
And I don't feel the Arabs like that, you know. Maybe the Lebanese, because they're nice. You know, the Palestinians, they're nice. But everybody else, you like sex. What position you like? It always goes, like this disrespectful.
That's embarrassing as a man, you know.
Yes, that's disrespectful. So and then like they talk over you, they don't let you talk.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And they're very like demanding, like authoritative. Like, what the fuck? I don't have to show you any of that. What the fuck? But every time I tell them the exact same thing. If I was Arab, just like you. If I was Israeli, just like you. If I was Russian, you would never talk to me like that.
Yeah, see that? That straightens them up real quick.
Yeah, it turns them up right then and there, and that's the truth.
Dang.
Yeah,
and they'll show that, you know, some of them will beat their women, but they're not going to put you over their kind, their women, their culture. You know, they're not going to do it. You're just an animal to them. You know.
Yeah, what the fuck? No.
Yeah, I mean, we're fetishized. Even the men are fetishized. So
I know.
We're sexual beasts that are there to serve their little carnal whims. That's all it is with them.
Yeah, you know? And that's the thing too with India. They're just as racist as the Arabs, but their empire was built on us. And I mean, not as slaves. Like every time they needed to build their army, they would get people from Ethiopia or from wherever to come build their army. They even had several black princes, black rulers. Okay, and they always pretended like they had nothing to do with black folks. Bullshit, man. Therefore, I think 500 years, black people always have been involved. You know, with the India, they're governed with the rule of India for 500 years. That's why there's a tribe there that's been living there for 500 years. Like, I mean, they speak Urdu, but they're black. Yeah, they embrace the Indian culture.
I am not physically ready for you. You can kill me. You can crush me. No, my feet stink. I didn't wash. He said he's going to knock the dot off my head.
But the thing is, even though they're Indian just like them, they have no respect for them. And of course, they have this promiscuous idea of women, black women. Even though the black,
too, gang rape thing they're doing, piling up on
What
one
I
woman.
miss?
Ooh, Jesus. I mean, they're getting raped.
No.
We're talking about India. I mean, they're getting raped Indian women. Imagine what's gonna happen to foreigners. Remember when I told you about the story about the girl that got gang raped by 16 guys and they put the iron rod in her thing?
Oh
That
man.
was fucked
my
up.
God. What?
Yeah. It
was
I know, right? Because in India, a woman gets raped every 16 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah, every 16 minutes. It was 16 seconds, not 16 minutes, but that was fucked. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Wow.
That's fucked up. Whoa. So remember I was telling you, like, in the backwoods and outside the major cities where you marry a woman and that same woman, your father, your uncle, your brother, all they're gonna lay with her too because there's no
God.
Yeah, you're a free prostitute. That's a free No, they're raping her, gang raping her.
No way.
No
way.
So that poor girl, she was a student in medical school, and she went to the movies with her fiance. And when it was like 8:00. So they got on the bus to go back home. It happened in New Delhi. And when they got on the bus, this motherfucking sexual pervert thought in their mind that she's like, how do they say, promiscuous, or what she doing at that hour with a man, so she must be a prostitute, and they gang raped her.
Oh my God.
And worse, one of them was 14 years old, man.
Oh man.
How can I be a fucking rapist at 14 years old? What the fuck?
Still shooting puppy water.
So they beat the shit out of the boyfriend. Beat him to a pulp. That's why, because he tried to defend her. He tried. They beat him to a pulp and they raped her right in front of him. And when they were done, they shoved an iron rod up, perforing her uterus. And no, she was all fucked up. And like it wasn't enough.
Oh my God.
They threw her outside of the bus and tried to run her over with the bus. When that thing got to the news, there was such an uproar. People were just like, enough. Because this is savage. This is a savage. That thing was, it was India was so hype, but what the prime minister did, it was just fucked up. Because she had her transported to Indonesia or Thailand and had her die there instead. She didn't let her die in India. Because the way they even told her she's not in a state to be transported anywhere. But she rather had her transported to die in India, in Indonesia, somewhere else, but not in India. Yeah, but then when that came out, so you start hearing about other fucked up stories. Like this American girl went to India, and I'm thinking, what kind of hotel you went to? Because she said it was the hotel manager who tried to rape her.
Wow.
And she was on the 3rd floor, and the only way she escaped the manager, she had to jump off the 3rd floor.
Get out.
And that was an American girl. And then you hear this couple, a couple who went out in the woods with another guy. So it was a guy, his wife, and another guy, and they're friends. They went out and they're camping in the woods. And the villagers saw them. They just assumed that they're doing witchcraft. So because they assume they're doing witchcraft, they gang raped the wife. They tied him up on a tree and they gang raped the wife. So that's the excuse for gang raping them. All that happened in 1 year, in the same year. No, 1 year. It's every day you see something from me. I'm like, what the fuck going on in India? What the fuck?
Who are you watching? Al Jazeera?
What happened to that girl? It wasn't everywhere. CNN, Al Jazeera, RT, everybody was talking about it because it was such a, so it's so savage. It's so barbaric what they did to the girl, especially was a student. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter what the woman was. It doesn't matter. That's some savage shit, man.
Yes.
That's some it doesn't matter. But it's the fact that you know that she came from the middle class. She was an honor student, and you know that really like shook the world to hear something like that. But then there was another one that when that happened, I'm like, I gave the girl the stink eye. I mean, where were you? Didn't you hear what was going on in India already? Didn't you hear what was going on? So this girl was Japanese, and she was in her 20s, and she went by herself in India. And she went in like, you know, in the backward cities by herself. And what do you expect? She got gang raped. So, yeah, I know. I saw. Oh, right now, you know, in India they have the coronavirus evolved again. Now it comes with a black fungus that you know kills you faster, and the black fungus attack the brain, and some of them makes them blind. Some of them kills them. Yeah. That's why when I hear them talking about the vaccine, I'm like, y'all full of shit. Yeah, it'll help you a little, but this thing keeps evolving. This thing's like a computer virus. It keeps evolving. So at some point, your vaccine won't mean shit either. You know? I mean, it's a good thing you take it, but if this thing keeps evolving, then how about you evolve the vaccine? You're not changing the formula. You're not upgrading it. You're just giving the same shit. And you know this virus, it keeps evolving.
Crazy.
Now it comes with the black fungus. What do you want to bet? The vaccine don't work on the black fungus. Because they say they give the you know, normally to like boost a person's system, they give you steroid. They say you do that, it makes it worse. It exacerbates it. Because you're giving the fungus a steroid too. So it exacerbates it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's bad in India. 4,000 people die a day. It's bad. Yeah. And now, did you see the video I sent you? You didn't see the video? The countdown. Yeah. Because I told you
Beatrice,
about that story. Yes.
Send all the Lance's communication to LanceScurv.com, okay? Lance at LanceScurv.com, please,
okay.
And thank you.
No problem. Yeah, because you talk about coronavirus. So now in their mind, you know, they have this thing for cows. They started like baiting in cow shit because they think cow shit can protect them from the coronavirus.
Oh God. Oh God. That's crazy.
My brother,
we will leave them and their what's the word? What's the word? Their remedies.
That's some insane shit. When I told my brother that, my brother's like, probably the cows are looking at it like, motherfucker, don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's some nasty shit.
Oh gosh.
What is this world turning into, man? What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
This whole thing has got people doing all sorts of ridiculous stuff.
I think so too. Instead of like growing like more compassionate and more caring for each other, it just it kind of wakes up the beast in everyone. What the hell? It's sad. It's kind of sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Things are just getting worse and worse and worse. And
yes.
Like, in the United States now too, just straight up shootouts and shootings.
Okay, corral.
Yeah, it's just very, very sad. And on that note, guys, I gotta go now. Movie night. I gotta go watch a movie.
All right, sweetie.
Okay, my dear. This was lovely. Yes,
it was. We started
Always.
kinky and we ended up with India. What the fuck? Black yeah, we started kinky, we ended up funky.
Beatrice Noel, the wonderful,
and the house,
the expressive. I could just watch you all day like TV. You know, the things you say and come out with. The day I met you. There wasn't even live streaming back then. If I tried to tell you,
right?
I say that one day, many years from now, we're going to be live streaming, and I'm going to be in Africa. That would freak me out. I'm going to be in Africa, although I always had the desire, but just like the technology that you're in Miami, and you know,
I'm where I am.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm gonna finish working on the article about the BDSM, and I'll send it to you.
Yes, definitely, and I put it right on up. I want everybody to read it too.
Yeah, with all the studies too, so you can find I'll find a reference for the studies as well.
That's right. Like I said, you're better than Google. You know, I'm not going to. You type in Google. No, I'm gonna type in Beatrice, right, and get all the facts.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You want to know something? You just ring Beatrice.
Go Google all of them. Get out of here. We got Beatrice here now. She's telling us some facts. Seriously. For real.
Oh gosh. All right, my dear. Go do movie night.
I know, right? Yeah, it's movie night.
Yes.
All right, y'all have a good one. Right. Have a happy Sunday, and that article, I should send it by tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. All right, brother Lance.
Look at this. My appetite's off the chain. Another one. I'm going to knock another one down. What's wrong with me?
No.
Yeah.
You're burning calorie, probably.
Say it again.
You're probably burning a lot of calorie. That brain is functioning, so you're burning a lot of calories.
This big head I got, there's a lot of brain under there. Trust me, my head's so big. If I get a headache, everybody within 5 miles radius get a headache too. Like, what's going on, man? Anyway, enjoy your movie night. Hit me up when you can.
Yes.
All right, folks. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. Take care. Okay, bye.